Aha! There we go. Looks like we're all settled. Staring at the red door, of course, because what else am I gonna do? I've been looking at this door for 20 minutes. Think about where whether I should go in, be quiet, and turn around, and go where else I want to go. Even though I'm not speaking proper English. But that is fine, because today is the day where we solve this once and for all. Trial by trial. A final one. And here we are. Can we solve all the mysteries? Can we finally defeat the end that is Monokuma, and who is the goddamn mastermind? So without further ado, I think it's time to enter through the red door. I guess I'm the first one this time.
Makoto.
You're early, Makoto.
Listen.
Does that mean you feel prepared? Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know, take it as you will. Yeah, for now at least. But where's everyone else? Why aren't they here yet?
However...
Don't worry, I'm sure they'll be here soon. And just like that, she said, "There's the other? I guess we're not friends, right? Byakuya." Byakuya? They arrived, one after another. But they were all in the same state of shock. Ina. Hiro. Silence. And it wasn't any normal silence. It was a deafening silence of fear and suspicion. It was like a first-class trial.
You called for me and so I appeared!
I'm late! Of course you are. Hello, how you doing? At least you're one to talk, one to have conversation with, unlike the rest of these bastards in Kyoko.
I'm on fire!
Strong, silent master, so wonderful, so cool, so hot, my loins are ablaze.
Yes!
Now listen, everything will be just fine if you leave it to me. No. No. I don't trust leaving my fate to a serial killer. In no instance will I ever do that.
My beautiful scissors!
With my sharp scissors in hand, I'll stab and gouge and shiver the master of evil. Good game plan. Don't think that's gonna be good in execution, but I will not intervene. I thought you couldn't kill anyone but adorable little boys. If it's what Master wants, it can be boy, girl, or anything in between. I can handle it. Clearly not anymore. Where am I? God damn it. No human language can describe the disappointment I'm feeling right now. Is everyone here? Oh, and wearing our gloomy Gus faces, I see.
Well now.
Okay, well then, let's begin.
Thrills, chills, kills!
This final class trial is gonna be slathered in pitch black despair. Maximum sorrow.
That's fine.
You're right. This is the final class trial. And this time, it'll be fair. What do you mean this time? Stop with all the slander! I'm a bear in good standing, you know!
Unbelievable.
If there was a Mr. Fair Guy Universe contest, I'd take home the tiara every year! No, that would go to Makoto. I'm gonna win this game super fair and square!
Today, I'm feeling white.
And I'll make sure everyone watching at home knows. that despair is mightier than the hope.
Stop talking.
Enough of your tedious drivel. Begin the trial already. Sure. Let's begin the trial already. I'll be waiting for you down below.
You guys.
So don't try run away. Laughing as loud as ever, Monokuma disappeared. Whatever.
In the name of my family.
This will be over in no time. I don't think that, but whatever. With an inexplicable confidence, Byakuya was the first into the elevator. One by one, the others followed. Ugh. Well, thanks for talking to me, I guess. Damn, I thought we were friends and stuff too. Nobody made eye contact. Nobody said a word. They just disappeared into the elevator.
Hey.
They're all acting odd. Like they're paranoid. Suspicious of each other.
However...
But you know what that is, don't you? Yeah, I think so.
However...
Well, you can tell us all about it soon. At the class trial. You're right. I'm ready.
So...
I need to win, right? Of course. I'm glad to hear you say that. And then, Kyoko was aboard the elevator. And then I was alone. In my salty tears that's on the ground. Well, there's nothing else we can do other than enter the damn elevator. I started making my way toward the opening. Step after step. Toward that gaping maw. I'd resolved that this would be the last time. I repeated to myself that there was no fear, no mystery left. I pushed anxiety down, calmed my trembling body, and finally, on steady legs, I walked in. I passed the threshold, stood in the elevator. Here we are. Without warning, I began to descend. Deeper and deeper. 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 Deeper still. Deeper and deeper. Deeper and deeper. Deeper and deeper. I think I got the hint. Deeper and deeper. It fell. Into the final basement. I closed my eyes and sight fell away. All sound, too, disappeared. Alone in the universe, I waited for the elevator doors to open for the last time. What could have been seconds or centuries later, I felt the gentle vibration of the elevator come to an end. I slowly opened my eyes. Well, this is ragged. This is the final trial site? What do you think? Isn't it just the perfect background for deciding a person's fate? It's the long-awaited last stage! It's the always exciting final boss battle! And I'm gonna sit in on this one! I'll just sit right here in the vacant 16th seat!
Thrills, chills, kills!
Well then, let's begin! Well, this is interesting. He's a part of this? I don't like that. Not one bit. As I try to find a good save file to get rid of. I guess this one, because there's two of them. Alright. There was no free time, was there? I don't think... Yeah, no, there's no purpose of doing this, really. Well, might as well look, remind myself what I can do. Cool compose, steady your aims a little, effective during the non-stop debate and Hangman's Gambit. Increases your truth bullet rate of fire, effective during the non-stop debate and bullet time battle final strike. The focus gauge decreases more slowly during concentration and fever time, affected during the non-stop debate, the Hangman's Gambit, and the bullet time battle, which is really effective. God dang. Melodious voice, increased damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed. Very good, because I suck at that game. And handiwork. Allows you to reload 2 bullets at once, effective during the bullet time battle, which is also useful because I need all the help I can get in that game. The mastermind stands exposed and must pay for their crimes. Now all that's left is the looming mystery of Hope's Peak Academy. I'm reading way too damn fast. Itself. Oh, that was the only word left. Okay. Well, without further ado, I think it's time. Let the trial begin.
Since this will be the final class trial, I've come up with a special rule.
And what is that, per se? What is your special rule?
So listen up!
Okay, fine.
If you can figure out Mukuro's killer and go on to solve the mystery of this school, you guys win! But if you can't, then I win!
It's the students versus the goddamn bear. Fine. I see how it is.
And of course, waiting for the loser is the super exciting, super heart-pounding punishment!
are you saying that if you lose, you'll execute yourself?
Yep, sure will.
What a way to end things.
And that's final? No loopholes? No wiggling out of it later?
Of course not! Bears never go back on their word!
I don't know how much I can believe in that, but okay.
Never mind all that. I just have one question for you.
Oh, you're taking this serious, huh? Are you feeling okay?
For Hero to be like, I have one question, and have that serious tone. He's right, what the hell did happen?
Is the mastermind only one person?
Hmm?
Don't bother. I already know the answer.
I feel like he doesn't, but okay.
You're all the mastermind, aren't you? You're all out to get me!
What did they get in their photo?
I'm right, aren't I? I knew it!
What the hell is going on? I know Hero was stupid, but the hell? Okay.
You guys have all been working together, haven't you? I have evidence, so I know I'm right.
I'm reminding myself of the controls. Give me a break.
You stole my line. You're all out to get me. I'm sure of it. I have evidence of my own.
What a coincidence. I too have evidence to present. Evidence that proves everyone other than me has been working together.
What is going on?
What? Wait, hold on.
We all think
This
we're
doesn't make any sense.
at each other?
How can the three of us each have that kind of evidence?
It has to be whatever we have. All three of them think that everyone around them is their enemy. There's no doubt that this is a trap Monokuma set. He set it up so we would suspect each other. I have something that proves it.
You guys have all been working together, haven't you? I have that.
I'm reminding myself of the controls still. Give me a break.
Hey, you're all out to get me. I'm sure I have evidence of my own.
It has to be that group photo.
What a coincidence. I too have
Evidence that proves
What? This doesn't make any sense.
Wait, how do I fire? I really forgot how to fire. Okay. Yeah, group photo. There we go.
No, that's wrong.
First things first, let's settle that.
It's not just you three. I have evidence too.
What? You too?
The evidence you're all referring to is this group photo, right?
Well, yeah. Huh? Wait, but mine's different.
It doesn't have yourself in it, does it?
With the picture you have, I'm in it.
Okay, the photo was sabotaged. Got it.
But that can't be right. Because in my picture... See? I'm the only one not in it.
This is a different photo. Meanwhile, freaking Sakura is demon chasing mode. Okay. I figured as much. In which case...
Hiro, you have a picture too, right? Let's see it.
Okay, but be careful with it. It's pretty important evidence.
No, it's not. Based on what we have, no, it's not. This one too. It's just like I thought.
So the secret in these pictures has been revealed.
Secret or whatever, I don't care. You guys are all in on this together. That's why I'm the only one missing.
You buffoon, listen.
But you're in my picture. You're the ones trying to trick me.
So the whole purpose behind these photos was to get us questioning and fighting with each other. The mastermind laid a trap to make us each think everyone else was working against us.
Huh? I laid a trap? A trap? How rude! What grounds do you have for such audacious accusations?
Proof I need to reveal Monokuma's trap. Each photo has a certain something in common. There's a connection regarding what person isn't shown in the group photos. And that person is the one who got the photos.
I got it!
That's obvious.
In each case, the only one not in the picture is the person who received it. So, in the picture I got, I'm the only one missing. In the picture Hina got, she's the only one missing. And in the picture Hiro got, he's the only one missing.
I gotta say, this is a nice photo. And Genocide Jill is still there, which is
As long
crazy.
as we're talking about it, I suppose I should show you my photo as well.
What the hell is that photo?
In other words, Monokuma gave each of us a group photo in which that person wasn't included.
And when we each saw our picture, we just assumed everyone else was the enemy?
Figured it out, huh?
You guys are all idiots. All of you. You idiotic buffoons.
Yeah, I thought that must be it. But how was that a hint?
It was probably a photo of frickin' showing Makoto Ikusaba. You know, there might be more to this than just Monokuma trying to confuse us. There's something else that bothers me about everyone's pictures. What is it? What's digging at me?
Listen, can I see everyone's group photo one more time? It's not directly connected to what we're talking about, but I'd like to double check something.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah, I don't mind.
I'm sure there's something unusual about these group photos. What is it? I need to compare each of them one more time. Byakuya's picture. Hina's picture. Hiro's picture. And mine. Huh. There's something strange about all of them. Something I can't quite pin down. Something... Group photo has been updated in the Truth Bullet section for Handbook.
Can you just forget about the photo already?
You still think you're conspiring against each other. He just said he was trying to trick us, goddammit.
Ugh. Trying to trick me with such an obviously fake photo? I'm still pissed about that.
And on top of that, they went to all that trouble to make it look like we were wearing matching uniforms.
So you think they're fake?
I think they're real.
No, I assure you, they're quite real.
What are you talking about? There's no way.
I have evidence.
Yeah! I don't remember ever taking a picture like that.
Then again, do you remember even being here? That's the thing.
So it's gotta be a fake. I'm sure of it.
But you know, can we really be so sure?
Huh?
Don't get me wrong, I don't remember taking this picture either. But Is that really enough to be absolutely positive they're fake?
What do you mean?
The reason I don't remember this picture isn't necessarily because it's fake. There might be some other reason. Some terrible reason. An unbelievable but entirely horrifying reason. Is it what, amnesia? The word? It actually might be. Yeah! Okay. Let's see if I can spell amnesia. Indeed I can. Because Kyoko...
Let's say that somehow we'd all lost our memories. That could explain it, couldn't it?
Uh-oh. Hopefully stream's okay? Yeah, stream bugged out a little bit, but I just spelled amnesia. I didn't fix out the dialogue. God dang this stream sometimes.
Oh, I get it. So we all just lost our memories at the same time and forgot about the photo. Makes sense.
Really?
As if. You expect me to believe such an unbelievable occult-type story?
Yeah, we all lost our memories? That's just crazy.
It's only natural that they wouldn't believe it. But no matter how much they refuse, if that's the absolute truth, they have no choice. You can't move forward until they accept it. And there's another way to prove it besides those pictures. Do I have the locker option now? Make our argument. Headmaster profiles, DVD. DVD.
You're saying we all got spontaneous amnesia?
I like that DVD.
Since when did this turn into some kind of sci-fi fantasy?
I promise you, I haven't lost my memory. Ever since I got to this school, I remember everything that's happened.
You remember this?
No, that's wrong.
Let's see. Let's test that theory, shall we?
Those photos aren't the only things that point to the possibility of memory loss. This DVD does the same thing.
You're not gonna show us something indecent, are you?
Hell no.
No, it's nothing like that.
How dare you accuse me of doing something indecent?
It's a video of all of us being interviewed by the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster.
When you say all of us, you mean...
Yes, all of us, all the students.
I mean all of us, including you.
You lie! I never did any kind of interview.
No, it's not a lie. Just watch the DVD and you'll see for yourself.
Thank you. Someone's supporting me.
The headmaster did, in fact, interview you.
What are you saying?
I didn't imagine you would remember.
It's not about whether or not I remember. You expect me to believe all this? That I lost my memory somehow?
This is really hard to prove. God damn.
Well, we don't have any way to refute it, so we have no choice but to accept it as reality.
Thank you! You bastard, I love you and hate you so much.
How can you say that? We're talking about living, breathing amnesia here!
Which seems very much so true right now.
To be honest, I have something else on my mind right now.
Something else?
You said the DVD contains recordings of us being interviewed by the headmaster, right? What were the interviews about?
The headmaster sat each of us down, one at a time, and asked us the same question. He asked us if we could accept the idea of spending the rest of our lives in this school.
What kind of question is that?
And how did we answer?
Every single one of you bastards answered yes. There's no lying what I just said.
We'd say no, obviously.
Actually, we all said we could. Even me. I heard myself say yes. I could spend the rest of my life at this school.
Why? Why would you say yes to something like that?
Maybe there's more to the story that we don't know.
I don't know. remember a thing.
The same goes for everyone else. Nobody remembers. You don't remember choosing to live here forever, or even talking to the headmaster about it at all.
To be fair, we don't even know who the headmaster was.
It doesn't matter if I remember or not. Even if I bought the whole amnesia thing, the idea that I would want to live here forever? That's just insane! How can I believe that?
Insane or not, we can't move forward until you accept it. Am I right?
You sure are, 'cause it's all true.
Thank you. Yes. I don't know why you're helping us, but thank you.
What?
I know it sounds absurd, but if it's the truth, there's nothing we can do about it.
Indeed. We only have one path in front of us.
Then we really...
Yes, we really did all lose our memory.
Yep, you all totally lost your memory at the same time.
This is all making my head hurt.
Yes, leave it to the rest of us to solve the mystery.
And this isn't like some normal kind of memory loss. You stole those specific memories from us, didn't you?
Oopsie, you figured that part out too, huh?
Of course. There's no way we would all just happen to get amnesia at the same time.
But how could someone just steal our memories?
How? Come, that hardly matters right now.
He's right, because we still have to solve all the mysteries and who murdered Mukuro Ikusaba, so chop chop.
If I said it was hypnotism, would you believe me? Or we opened up your skulls and messed with your brains? Would you really believe anything I said? How it happened doesn't matter right now.
What matters is figuring out what memories you took from us. That's what you're trying to say, right?
I knew I could count on you.
The interview with the headmaster, taking that group photo, those can't be the only memories we lost.
Everything about your previous school life, that's probably everything you've lost.
There must have been a purpose to it all. A reason for taking away our memories.
Of course there was a purpose. It all has to do with the original motive.
Original motive.
You mean the motive you came up with to try and get us to all kill each other?
That has something to do with the memories you stole from us?
It sure does. But that part's still a secret.
Alright, let's do some digging then.
Anyway, I'm sure it's not easy, but let's all focus on the class trial for the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Alright, never mind.
Okay, so you want us to figure out who killed her before we do anything else.
So until we do that... Well, either way, we have to explain every last remaining mystery. So... the one who killed Mukuro, the true mastermind, that's what we need to expose. Alright. So how, though? Control room profile handbook.
So who did it? Who killed her?
Whoever did it is the same one who's behind everything.
Fair enough.
That much I'm sure of.
But when you think about it, is the mastermind really here in the school?
Of course! They have to be here somewhere.
What makes you so sure?
What does make me so sure?
Exactly. You're just making
I think
stuff
I
up.
know.
There's no way the mastermind is here. The mastermind is probably a million miles.
Nope.
No, that's wrong.
I was ready, boy. Girl. Whatever gender you associate with.
There's no question that the mastermind is somewhere within the school.
How do you know? Did you find some evidence or something?
As a matter of
In
fact,
the back of the data center, I found a panel that controls Monokuma. The mastermind must have been using that to control him all this time. So there can't be any doubt. The mastermind has been inside the school all along.
There can't be any doubt. In which case, there also can be no doubt that the mastermind is one of us.
that's also correct, and I don't like the dreary music that just happened.
What? Why?
Recall what Makoto told us Monokuma said to him
Wait,
earlier.
no. It can't be one of us in this room right now because someone has to be in there to operate the controls.
I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
So if the mastermind is in the school, we have to assume it can only be that 16th student.
But how'd they manage to survive all of this?
So we're the only ones here? It's not me! I'm not the mastermind!
I know it's not you.
Well, it's not me.
I know it's not you.
I blame Makoto.
For F's sakes, you saw me get killed and now I'm here.
What? Why me?
God damn it, everyone's pissing me off.
Cuz! It's super weird how you're the only one who survived being executed.
Oh, I get it. The only way he could have survived is if he was actually the mastermind himself, right?
You buffoons!
Aw, nuts! You got me!
Wait, what are you trying to say?
Everyone, calm down. There's no reason to panic.
Let me speak my truth.
The Mastermind's true identity will become clear soon enough. Just as soon as we find out who killed Mukuro.
That's a good point. Rather than wasting time bickering, we should put our minds to work solving this mystery.
Alright, thank God I'm safe for now.
Yeah, well, how much time have we already spent talking about the murder?
He's right. What more is there to talk about?
Well, Kyoko is what we call an expert here, so let her talk.
If you want something to talk about, I think there might be one thing. We haven't fully established what Mukuro's fatal injury was.
Huh? But I thought we figured that out. She died when she got hit in the back of the head.
No, that isn't actually what killed her. It was something entirely different. Wouldn't you agree, Makoto?
Mukuro's actual cause of death must have been the other wounds.
I got it! All of the wounds covering her body. That's what really killed her.
Hey, now hold on a second. You did read the Monokuma file, right?
Yes, unlike you, because it said that there were other wounds, but there was no clear cause of death. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old.
It made it pretty clear. Those wounds were made at least a few days ago. So they can't possibly be what killed her.
Consider this. What if the murder itself took place at least a few days ago?
What?
What if, when we discovered her body, she'd already been dead for several days? If that's true, then naturally the wounds that killed her would appear to be however many days old.
That doesn't make any sense. Because she had all those wounds before she ever came here.
How do you know that?
Huh? How do you know that?
Isn't it obvious? She was the ultimate soldier, right? So that means, you know...
Sis. We have the profile right damn here.
You're wrong.
She denied me. Before I could even say anything.
And you love it.
Come on. I mean, you think I'm not weird, okay? At least listen to what I have to say before you deny me.
Oh, I already listened far enough. If you're so sure we can deny you, why bother saying it in the first place? Alright, let's roll up them sleeves. We know what to say. Group photo, interview DVD, a profile, handbook, and control room.
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier. She must have been in 100 different battles. So, when you think about it, obviously, she got all those wounds in the...
No, sis.
No, that's wrong.
Just let Uncle Ants tell you in a little bit of a story.
No, Mukuro didn't suffer those wounds in battle. The file we found in the headmaster's room said as much. Despite the time she spent in battle after battle as a member of Fenrir, when she entered this school, she hadn't sustained a single injury.
To be denied so completely. Actually, it's kind of refreshing.
Yeah, that's not what we're dealing with right now.
Maybe it's because of all of Master's training.
Not the point of focus, again. Ugh.
Anyway, so we can be sure that Mukuro suffered all those wounds after coming to this school. In which case, they could be the very thing that killed her.
As a matter of fact, it's hard to imagine any other possibility. When examining her body, I found that her stomach and head wounds came after she was already dead.
Unless anyone has any better suggestions, I think we can say this with confidence. The wounds Mukuro sustained all over her body are what ultimately killed her.
I think that's fair enough evidence. Mukuro's fatal injury has been added to the Truth Bullet Section 3 handbook.
But if that's what killed her, then does that mean she's really been dead for who knows how long?
Most likely, yes.
That's exactly what it means. When we found her body in the garden, she'd already been dead for several days.
So then, what about the little matter of what happened last night? Makoto, you said you were attacked in your room by a masked assailant. If Mukuro had already been dead for several days, certainly it couldn't have been her.
Then it had to be someone else.
So who was it that attacked you?
No idea, because they were wearing a goddamn mask. How should I know? The identity of the one who attacked me. Can't think of anyone else. But the mastermind?
I got it!
Because
The one who
Headmaster's dead.
attacked me was the true mastermind.
Mukuro's already dead, so that must be true. Yeah.
When we discovered Mukuro in the garden wearing the same mask, I naturally assumed she must have been the one who attacked me. But I was wrong. It wasn't her at all. It was the mastermind.
Are you laughing because we're right, or are you laughing because we're wrong?
What are you laughing at?
Little impatient sitting here listening. I think I'm gonna jump in.
Okay, what do you have to add?
Nice, easy question. Your assumption that I attacked Makoto is just that, right? An assumption. You can't really know who was under that mask, can you? I mean, that's the whole point of a mask. The true identity of the masked attacker is Mukuro Ikusaba. At least, that's what I think. Do you have any evidence that might convince me otherwise?
The tarp? No, there's no way Mukuro is the one that attacked me. Even if I didn't see their face. Mukuro had a very obvious Fenrir tattoo, comparing that to the masked attacker. It should be obvious. Is it? We'll see. Monokuma file number 5.
You never saw their face, right? So you can't have any idea who was under that mask. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba!
You're wrong. Even without seeing their face, there's another part of the attacker we can use to prove it wasn't her.
Oh? And what is this other part? Is it the right hand? Or the left hand? Maybe the right...
Was it on her right hand or left hand? Where is that tattoo? I gotta remember. I thought that was there. Okay, hold on. Place to check. Tart. Profile. From Corpse Master's characteristics. It's either right hand or left hand. I don't know which. But I'm checking. I don't know.
Or perhaps the left foot. Or could it be the hands?
He's giving me, like, random stuff. Her most noticeable feature, the tattoo that marked her membership in Fenrir. That tattoo was in a certain easy-to-spot area.
You never saw their face, so you can't have... I'm telling you now, it was...
Alright, I picked the right choice. I should have went with my gut instead of looking through all the evidence and expecting nothing.
Mukuro had a tattoo on her right hand, if I remember correctly. A representation of Fenrir. In other words, a wolf tattoo. But I saw the right hand of the person who attacked me. And there was no such tattoo. So there's no way the person behind the mask was Mukuro.
Yeah, well, okay. You got me. I guess it wasn't her.
Okay, good. We tested Monokuma, which feels really weird, but yay.
But that still doesn't prove that it was me. It could have been, you know, someone else, right?
Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I all have solid alibis for that entire night.
Yeah! We were in the gym tearing you apart, so it couldn't have been any of us.
Oh, okay, sure. It couldn't have been any of you.
You sound panicked. I like it.
But what about Kyoko? It totally could have been her. Uh-oh, no snappy comeback. Did I score a bullseye?
Not really, because she doesn't make comebacks, but whatever.
If you insist, I don't mind showing you.
Huh? Show me what?
What do you think? I'll show you the one thing that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it wasn't me.
Oh, your hands! Before anyone could say anything. Yoko was removing her gloves.
Your hands!
Without thinking, I let out a gasp. It was more than just a little burned skin.
Awful, isn't it? It happened when I was first learning to be a detective. I was inexperienced.
Yeah, that proves that it wasn't her, because when I saw freaking whoever attacked me, their hands were, let's say, not cooked to a crisp.
I thought you didn't want anyone to see those scars.
If it means we get another step closer to unmasking the mastermind, it doesn't really bother me.
Kyoko seemed to savor the words as she said them. Then she put her gloves back on.
My scars should suffice as proof.
I think that's good enough for me in my book. Yeah.
Makoto, did the person who attacked you have scars like mine?
Hell to the frickin' no. No, they did not.
No, not at all. I'm positive.
Then this much has been made clear. There can be no doubt that the one who attacked Makoto is the true mastermind.
Sounds justifiable.
This is just awful. On top of my secret being revealed, I had to look at those positively grotesque scars of yours.
Jesus, those hands must suck. How do you other questions to ask later for my free time or whatever.
Sorry. Did I say that out loud? I do hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
Not at all. You can say whatever you want.
Sure, as long as it means pushing me farther into the corner, right? But I'm not cornered just yet. Because if you haven't noticed, the circumstances surrounding Mukuro's death are totally unknown.
That's true. All we know right now is she was killed a good while before this morning.
On the contrary, we don't know anything other than that.
You're not going to tell us she was already dead before we arrived here or something, are you?
In that regard, you have nothing to worry about. I promise you, without a doubt, she died after our little killing game began here.
Alright, that confirms who died for me.
Somehow, she was killed in secret without any of us knowing.
I don't think it was in secret.
And after she died, who knows how much time went by before we found her, right? Did the culprit stash her somewhere? She couldn't have been in the garden the whole time, could she?
If she was, she would have been totally decomposed. Just like your brain.
We have something called a morgue.
Then, she was being stored somewhere?
But to hide a body here, to just store it somewhere?
It's called a morgue. There's only one place. I can't think of anywhere else the body could have been stored. It's called the biolab, aka the morgue. I said this 3 times now.
Mukuro's body was probably kept hidden in the biolab.
The biolab? You mean on the 5th floor?
That's right. It's actually set up for use as a morgue. So it's the perfect place to hide a body, and it'd keep the body preserved at the same time.
Then you're also saying the body was moved from the biolab to the garden.
And I have no doubt that that's exactly what happened. In fact, I have proof.
The proof that shows the body was carried from the biolab to the garden. There's something that made its way from the biolab to the garden. Right there, buddy!
I got it! What makes me so sure the body was carried from the biolab to the garden is the tarp that we found in the garden. When I was checking it over again, I noticed something. I noticed that some text had been stamped on one corner of the tarp.
Oh, it says biolab.
Holy cow! How'd you notice that tiny little thing?
It's called free time.
Makoto's nitpicky nature seems to have surfaced with perfect timing.
Curse you, but thank you.
This proves that the tarp originally came from the biolab. In fact, there's a whole stack of tarps just like it in there.
So when the killer moved the body to the garden, they must have grabbed a tarp to wrap it in. Then they simply left it as it was to protect against the sprinklers, and put the code on it afterwards.
Wow, you made everything sound so amazingly consistent.
But that's just a wild guess.
Monokuma, you seem a little sweaty. I like it, again. Give me more.
Where's your evidence? Prove that the body was wrapped in a tarp and moved.
There is no evidence. I was simply explaining what I think happened. But you seem to be getting pretty worked up about it, wouldn't you say?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Worked up?
Now that the conversation has turned to the topic of the biolab, you must be getting pretty nervous. Because the key to uncovering your secret identity is hidden within that room, isn't it?
Are you talking about unmasking the mastermind?
Oh, we doing it right here, right now.
You see, the biolab contained an inconsistency. One so major it can't be overlooked.
Inconsistency in the biolab. Could you be talking about...
La la la, I can't hear you. La 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 la.
How childish.
Such a child. Oh well, just ignore him.
I need to pull myself together and think. The inconsistency in the biolab. Could you be talking about...
Hey, by the way, Makoto, what about that one thing?
What one thing?
What do you think I'm talking about?
I have no idea, actually.
Your family.
Oh, you're gonna... Oh, you just pulled a thorn in my side. I will crush you like a little bug that you are. What?
Don't tell me you forgot about that video message.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Are you sure your family's still okay?
Stop drifting the frickin' story.
Why are you bringing that up now?
your mom, your dad, your little sister. What do you think has happened to your family?
I don't know. And frankly, I can't think about that right now.
Are they really as safe as you might have assumed?
Stop talking about that!
Calm down, Makoto. He wants you to get upset.
Yes, concentrate. Yeah, I need to calm down. I can't let him get to me. He's just saying that because he knows we're getting close to the truth of the biolab. Please use the proper word cuz instead of cuz in text, my lord. So if I want to shut him up, I need to expose the inconsistency and slam him with it. The inconsistency has to be that one area where the numbers just don't match up. Moment of truth. Ah, god darn it.
Are you sure about this? That's impossible!
Try hard time.
Are you sure about this? That's impossible!
Yeah, roar at me or whatever you want.
What do you want? Are you sure about this? That's impossible! Are you sure about this?
Confident.
That's impossible! Are you sure about
Final
this?
strike.
I'm not listening!
Lights.
This should prove it.
Bam, sucker. Let's go. We have inconsistencies. We have proof. I couldn't say the word inconsistency correct, but that doesn't matter right now. I'm sorry. I talked over the dialogue. I just got really excited.
What are you talking about? What about the lights?
Like I said before, the biolab also acts as a morgue. And as part of that, a giant refrigerator was installed in there. That's where everyone who's died is stored.
And it was set up so that when a slot had a body in it, a blue light would turn on.
In other words, if the blue light is on, that means there's a body in that slot.
And that number doesn't seem to fit in with how many people died now, does it?
But I counted up the number of blue lights that were on.
1,
including
2, 3,
the one Mukuro was in.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
And there were only 9.
Why does that matter? You gotta give me the bite-sized version here, man.
9 lights doesn't make sense. The number of lights should be on. The number of lights that should be on is 10.
Got it! 10 of the lights should have been on. Any other number is incredibly suspicious.
Suspicious? Why?
That's simple. Just recall who's died here so far, and it should become clear.
That's right. That's the key to solving this mystery. Saiga died first. Junko was second. Leon was third. Chihiro was fourth. Mando was fifth. Taka was sixth and Hifumi was seventh. Celeste was eighth. Sakura was ninth. And victim number 10 was Mukuro.
So 10 people in all?
At least that's what we think it should be.
That's right. Any other number should make you immediately suspicious. But according to the lights in the biolab, only 9 people were being stored there.
You're saying a dead body just up and disappeared?
Maybe.
I got it! The mastermind destroyed one of the bodies to get rid of evidence.
We don't know that.
But if they wanted to do that, they would have destroyed Mukuro's body, since they actually killed her. And yet, her body was left alone.
Then, whose body disappeared?
It may very well be that none of them disappeared.
But if that's true, then why doesn't the body count match?
Including Monokuma's executions, there have apparently been 10 deaths, but there were only 9 bodies. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Someone repeated a body. That sounds like someone's using a body for sex, but I mean, someone's using a body to make it seem like they're getting murdered again. Yeah.
I'm completely lost. How can the number of victims be less than the number of murders?
The reason there are less bodies than murders. The explanation for more murders than victims. Why is that? What would it take for that to make sense? The same person was killed twice? Only 9 murders took place. Mastermind. It's either the first one or the second one. First one. No, damn it.
Shoot!
Alright, great. Lost a heart. So it has to be the second one. Second one.
I got it!
Yay!
What about if the same person was killed twice?
Huh? Killed twice?
Officially, 10 murders have been committed so far, but one of the victims may have been murdered, and then murdered again.
Murdered and murdered again?
That seems plausible, yeah.
If that's the case, there could have been 10 killings, but still only 9 victims, right?
Technically, you're right, I guess. But still, something like that.
Could easily have happened. No, it is what happened.
Sounds like you're already convinced. Then can you tell us who was killed twice?
I think I got your answer.
It was Mukuro, of course. Before she was killed as Mukuro Ikusaba, she was killed as someone else.
And that's why the body had to be stored in the biolab until the moment we found it in the garden.
No, that's crazy talk. She was killed as someone else? Come on! Besides, who could that someone else even have been?
I have an idea.
All you have to do is look at those bodily injuries of hers, and that will become obvious.
Nothing's gonna become obvious,
I think Kyoko's right.
because Kyoko's totally delusional.
You think? I mean, I don't know. She seems pretty persuasive thus far. Alright, let's check it out. Make her argument. Monokuma file number 5.
Who is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as? Was it Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima? Leon Kuwata? Chihiro?
Oh, they're
Fujisaki?
hiding from...
Mondo Owada?
Wow, that's a rude.
Kiyotaka Ishimaru?
No way.
Hifumi Yamada? Celestia Lu... whatever? Or maybe... Sakura Ogami? No. There's no way anyone was murdered twice!
Okay, I get the idea. Mukuro died from the wounds she had all over her body. Wasn't there someone else who suffered the same sort of injury? I got you.
Who is this someone else? Was it
Sayaka Junko Enoshima Leon Kuwata?
You bastard! You bastard!
Mondo?
I've been tricked.
Hifumi, Celestia,
I gotta slow down.
or maybe... No, there's no way anyone was murdered twice!
I was on freaking Junko, and then it was like, haha, go away.
Who is this someone else? Was it
Junko Enoshima?
Thank you. Goodbye.
Leon Kuwata? Chihiro Fujisaki?
Mondo, Kiyotaki Fumi, Celestia Lu, or maybe...
No. There's no way anyone was...
Bingo! Let's go. Come on. You got it.
Junko.
You got it in the bag, motherfudger.
Wasn't her fatal injury pretty similar to Mukuro's?
What do you mean?
That, yeah.
Well, remember what happened to her? She was impaled by a bunch of spears, all over her body.
And Mukuro died from a number of wounds across her body. When you compare that to the stab wounds Junko suffered,
Then the similarities match?
Yes, and those are the only fatal injuries that match up. That explains why those two bodies are actually one and the same.
So let me see if I have this straight. Junko, or someone going by that name, was stabbed to death with multiple spears. Then her body was kept in the biolab for however long before being dragged out again. Only this time, it was presented as the corpse of one Mukuro Ikusaba.
It all matches up, right? Those wounds Junko suffered could easily be these same injuries.
Then it's really true? Mukuro and Junko are the same person?
Maybe? I mean, the Ultimate Despair is a pair of two. Or was a pair, the duo or something.
Wait, so then... What does it all mean?
It means that there haven't been 10 victims, but 9. Which also means that among the people we thought were dead, one is still alive.
And that's the true identity of the mastermind?
Who is it? Who's behind all this?
We already know she's...
Makes sense, because tattoo.
She took Junko's body and made it look like she was the one who died. So Mukuro is still alive. She's gotta be. Total silence? Then I must be right. I'm right, aren't I?
Mukuro alive? The one that's still alive is Mukuro? But can we really believe that? No, there's no way. There's no way Mukuro Ikusaba is still alive. Make your argument. Mukuro's fatal injury. Number 5, profile.
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
That's right. She made it look like Junko's body was her. So the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
What do you say, Monokuma? Do you give up?
For that to be true, then that couldn't have been her body we found in the garden. Is that really possible? No, it has to be the
body
profile.
Found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
It is. It has to be.
No, that's wrong.
Because her vitals match the damn body. And the tattoo.
No, the body we found in the garden was Mukuro. That's one thing we can be sure of. The body's appearance and measurements are consistent with her records. Right, Kyoko?
She was 5 foot 6 inches tall and weighed 97 pounds. Her vitals were 31, 21, 32. Everything in her profile is consistent with that corpse.
And then there's the matter of the Fenrir tattoo. So there's no question it's her.
But if Mukuro's not the mastermind, then who's actually still alive?
I think you just answered your own question. Someone's made it look like they died, but they're actually still alive. There's only one person it could be. Select someone. Well, I think it's pretty obvious, right? Mukuro's dead. Her name has been showing up quite a lot, so therefore...
Here's my answer.
Huzzah!
Junko is still alive. It's the only possibility.
Are you sure about that?
Huh?
I admit, since Mukuro is undoubtedly dead, Junko does seem to be the only other explanation. But we saw her get impaled. She died right before our very eyes. If Junko were still alive, the death we saw would had to have been some kind of charade. But you yourself confirmed she was dead, did you not?
Now that you mention it... gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check for a pulse, like they do in movies and stuff, but... She really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say. She was gone. I did check. Absolutely. And I can say for sure.
She was dead. There's no question. Junko was dead.
So, the idea that she's still alive.
It must be wrong.
Then you're withdrawing your previous statement?
I know you gave it your best shot, but too bad. I guess your conclusion was a dud.
Was it?
Too bad, too bad.
This case hasn't been decided just yet.
Kyoko, what gun do you bring?
Oh?
You haven't given up already, have you, Makoto?
No, why would I ever? John Cena says so why not? Huh?
No, of course not. There's no way I'd give up that easy.
That's all well and good, but how do you intend to solve the problem standing in your way? Junko absolutely died. Mukuro absolutely died.
Then both of them are dead, right? There can't be any kind of survivor story.
I think we need to look at this from the opposite direction.
Huh? The opposite direction?
Let's assume Junko is still alive. If so, how could she have survived?
How could Junko have survived? I checked her. She was dead, I'm sure of it. But still, if she were alive somehow, could it be that Junko's not the one that died? It wasn't Junko, but someone else entirely? Maybe she used some sort of trick. Hangman's Camp. Okay, this is the second one we've done. R blank P replaced? That makes sense. I need another E. Thank you. Yep, okay, replaced.
Now I understand.
So you're saying that they switched.
That's it. What if she switched places with someone else?
Switched places?
That's right. Before the spears could kill her, she got someone to take her place. Specifically, Mukuro Ikusaba.
That makes sense because those injuries line up to be the same, and we don't know anything but Junko has done anything thus far.
Then that would make it Mukuro's corpse that showed up later.
Which is why the body's height and weight and everything match Mukuro's profile, right?
I don't know anything about this switching places thing, but... that had to be Junko who got stabbed to death, right?
Yeah, you're saying they switched? When could they even have done that?
Before?
Right when she was about to die? Like she used some kind of ninja replacement technique?
Come on, this is not Naruto. Don't get ridiculous.
Good point. There's just no way they could have switched like that. So maybe the whole idea is wrong.
There has to be some way. I need to figure out how to explain how they could have switched. They switched at the beginning.
I got it!
That's the only one that makes sense.
Two of them may have switched places from the very beginning.
What? From the beginning?
Yes, from the moment we first met. If that's when they switched...
That would line up.
Had to switch at the moment of death, right? After all, the one we saw at that point would have already been Mukuro.
Hold on. So, you're saying the Junko we first met was actually Mukuro all along?
Then we'd already met her?
I guess so.
I had like a normal conversation with her.
When we first met, none of us knew who anyone else was. So Mukuro could have simply told us her name was Junko, and we never would have known the difference. That would easily allow the two of them to switch places from the very beginning.
Wait, but Mukuro had a tattoo on the back of her hand, right? Junko never had any tattoo like that, did she?
True.
She could have hidden it with foundation or something like that.
Fair enough.
If she did, it likely melted away in the explosion, exposing the tattoo after the body was extinguished. Plus, there were the fake nails found on the hands of Mukuro's body.
Ah, so they would have to be... That would have to imply that she was acting like Junko then. That makes sense.
They were the same fake red nails she was wearing when we all met for the first time.
But if she really did use foundation...
Correct. Even if there was no tattoo on her hand, I couldn't say for certain it wasn't Mukuro. So I'm glad nobody noticed that glaring hole when we were trying to figure out who attacked Makoto.
Oh my lord.
But too bad for you, Monokuma. You can't deny it anymore.
Wait, so this whole thing was a setup from the very beginning?
I guess so.
If that's true, it was quite an elaborate plan to be sure, making it look like Mukuro was Junko.
The reason such an elaborate plan was possible is because the two of them were working together.
So Mukuro, the ultimate despair, teamed up with someone like her. In other words, it would be fair to say that Junko herself was also the ultimate despair.
Nothing to say now, huh?
What's wrong? Lost the will to fight back?
I think he's just afraid.
Afraid? What's that mean, afraid? Fear is only possible where hope is possible. I only have despair, so fear is an alien concept to me.
Then why haven't you been saying anything?
Because it's a bunch of nonsense. Junko's my secret identity? As if.
Then why did you try and protect Junko's real identity?
I tried to protect her identity? When did I do that?
So he still refuses to admit it. But he can try to deceive us all he wants. It doesn't matter. Because I've already figured it out. He tried to hide Junko's identity, and not just once, but twice. First time was during our latest investigation. I gotta check. I don't know what they're talking about. Maybe that one? First time was our latest investigation. Huh. I want to say it was the pocketbook, but why do we bring that up now? Our latest investigation. Da-dum. I'm gonna get this wrong first, so let me just get this wrong on purpose. No, yeah.
Shoot!
Alright, attempt 2. Got multiple tries. When did he hide Junko's identity? You hid yourself in that room? Nope.
Shoot!
That's another attempt down, god damn it. Our latest investigation. Did he not let me view the DVD?
I got it!
There we go!
While I was in the AV room, watching the DVD of our interviews with the headmaster.
Because he didn't let me watch the entire thing.
it wasn't just the monitor. The DVD player itself had apparently turned off. Which of course meant that the DVD wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened?
Oopsie, looks like it broke. Out of service.
What? Just so happened to break just now?
No, then, when, doesn't matter. Failure can strike anytime, anytime. Anywhere, anytime, I meant to say. That's what failure is, right?
I'm panicking really hard.
You made sure I couldn't finish watching the video. And the reason you did that is because you didn't want me to see the real Junko, did you?
Oh, yeah! If everyone was in that video, of course Junko would have had to show up.
And if Makoto saw the real Junko, it would have been totally obvious that the Junko we met was an imposter.
That whole power outage thing was just a fluke!
No, it wasn't a fluke. The mastermind definitely orchestrated that power outage. And that's not the only time they tried to hide Junko's identity. The mastermind tried to cover up one other piece of evidence. I've got to reveal that. Oh, we're at it again. Oh boy. Hopefully I know what they're supposed to say. Stop roaring at me. I said stop it.
What do you want? What do you want? Are you sure about this? You're getting all riled up.
Am I, or is it you're getting a little bit fixated on what's wrong? I'm really tryharding this, oh my lord. Final strike.
That's impossible!
Maybe that? No.
What do you want?
Okay, let's try this again.
That's impossible!
Group photo.
This should prove
Because frickin' Kiyotaka was covering it, right?
The video wasn't the only thing you tried to cover up. You did the same thing with this group photo.
Oh.
Yeah, buddy, you cornered yourself now. There's nothing you can do about it.
I noticed it just a little while ago, when we were all comparing the photos we got. In all the photos, there's a certain similarity, an unusual circumstance.
What's so unusual about them?
The unusual circumstance common to all these pictures. There goes Junko's face covered. Junko's face covered. Junko's face covered. Junko's face covered. The unusual circumstance is her face.
I got it! Junko's face. The one thing common to every single photo is that you can't see her face.
That do seem true.
It's hard to believe her face would just happen to be hidden in every single picture, don't you think? And on top of that, in this photo, you can see that Mukuro is clearly visible. So in other words, at that point, the two of them hadn't switched yet. With all that in mind, there's no doubt that the girl whose face is hidden here is the real Junko. Which is why you had to have pictures that didn't show her face. Because if we could have seen her face, then it would have clearly revealed that the Junko in the pictures wasn't the Junko that we knew.
Xanadu!
I believe everything Makoto said is true.
Good.
Junko and Mukuro switched places before we met either of them.
So she killed Mukuro, who had taken her place, making it look like she'd died. And the real Junko is still alive.
And she's the one behind this whole murderous situation. This killing game. She's the true mastermind and the ultimate despair.
Come on.
Xanadu times 2!
Reveal yourself, you coward.
With this, the identity and the crimes of the mastermind have been exposed.
No, wait, hold on!
Don't bother trying to deny it. There's no more room for debate. You don't have anywhere left to run. I'll prove everything, right now.
Oh no. Oh no. God darn it. Okay. First things first, everyone met people. Okay. I'm assuming this is what it was. Let's look. Okay. Fair enough. I have 2 hearts left, which is scary. She took the cart out? I don't remember this. Then she came to try and attack me. That makes sense. Oh my lord, this does not clear up. Okay, hold on, let me just go to the end. Maybe that'll help everything out. Okay. I have a buoy. That explains that. She puts it on the... Yep, that makes sense. Okay, let's go back. Meet up. Both of them switched. Then Mukuro got killed. Act 3. Mastermind got the body. Revealed it onto the ground. Then welded up with the mask. Tried to knife me. Saw that Kyoko was there. And then she barges in. Where does this body come from? I feel like that's important. That's the same photo, though. That's the same photo. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Alright, next up. Body revealed. Explosion. That. Okay, I'll go check this one more time. 'Cause I don't want to screw this up. Let's go from it at the top. Everyone meets up. They switched. Good. Mukuro gets killed. Act 3, that's when she pulled out the body, carried it into the outside in the garden. Then she masses up, grabs the knife, tries to kill me, notices I see the knife. Kyoko notices, she barges in. They come in. Or, It must be this way other round. I think that's the right order. She notices in, then they notice. Or, it has to be the other way around. That makes more sense. Where she's like, Pikachu shocked. She tries to convene. It's fine. Okay, I'm gonna go with that. Hopefully I'm right.
The killer is you! We met the ultimate fashionista, Junko and Oshima, right after we all arrived here. But that wasn't the real Junko.
Okay, good so far.
The girl we saw before us was actually the 16th student who had taken Junko's place. And that girl's name was Mukuro Ikusaba. But it wasn't long before she died at the hands of Monokuma. In other words, the mastermind, Junko and Oshima.
Either she betrayed her, or that was just part of the plan. Good.
Her body was kept in a biolab, which had been converted into a morgue, until Junko decided to put her body to use. Junko dragged the body out of the biolab, using the tarp to carry her to the garden. She fabricated the murder to try and frame Kyoko, who'd proven to be one big thorn in her side.
Makes sense.
Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive and hiding somewhere inside the school.
Damn it! 1 heart left. Has to be this way around.
Here's exactly what happened.
God dang it, I have 1 heart left.
Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive and hiding somewhere inside the school.
There we go.
So she put on a mask and then attacked me.
It was the other way around.
After making sure I'd gotten a good look at the mask, she left the room. Then she put the same mask on Mukuro's body. This was all to make us think the person who attacked me and the corpse were one and the same. She wanted us to believe the murder had only recently taken place.
There we go. We got it. Nice.
Finally, by strapping a bomb to the body, she was able to destroy any remaining evidence. She needed to hide the body's true identity. She had to make sure we didn't find out it was actually the same person we'd met in the beginning. This is the truth behind Mukuro's murder. And the one who carried it all out is the true mastermind. The one controlling Monokuma.
We got her.
Real Junko and Oshima.
Now come out, because we're not done yet.
That's the whole story behind this incident. Well, what do you have to say to that?
Nothing.
What? Are you broken again?
You can't get out of this, so don't even try.
I want to see what you try to come up with. I dare you.
Come on! It's time you finally revealed yourself!
I am inclined to agree.
It's not like you're an endangered species or something. How long do you plan to keep hiding?
Give it up, Junko. The game's over.
Over?
It's not, but
Did you really think the story would end once we reached the climax of the case? Wrong! There's still plenty more to go!
yeah, we're not done yet. What the fudge? There she is. The ultimate despair, Junko Inoshima. Hi. Oh, Lord.
We have been waiting so very long for peasants like you to appear.
Great, you're all high and mighty. Love to meet you.
If you swear your fealty to us, we will reward you with half of the entire world. We've even drawn up the deed already. We will grant you honor, status, in some of our home cooking.
I have no idea what she's talking about.
Have you made your choice? Will you serve under us?
I'm good.
Oh, did you think I was being serious? Sorry, I was just messing with you. It's been so long since I've had an audience. Even I'm not sure what kind of role I'm supposed to play.
Who is this chick? This is the mastermind? She's the real Junko Inoshima.
Anyway, looks like I've finally been set free. Having to play Monokuma all the time, day after day. It was like I was stuck in purgatory, or like a slow suicide. I get bored so easy, you know?
Your face.
Huh? What about my face? What's wrong with my beautiful face? People have told me I'm cuter than 100 chihuahuas combined.
It's so monotone. I hate it, but it's funny.
I feel like this isn't the first time I've seen you.
No, I do remember seeing it. I'm sure if I've seen her too somewhere. It was definitely before I got to the school. Before arriving at school.
I got it! That's right! It was before I ever came to this school. I remember seeing a magazine cover. And you were on it.
Multiple times, it looks like.
Wow, you have a pretty good memory. I guess that's why you've made it this far, huh?
So I was right. Then what you told me in the main hall when this all began...
I've seen her on tons of magazine covers, but I feel like that doesn't quite match up to reality. Huh? Oh, are you talking about my cover photos and junk? Well, of course. Those are totally photoshopped. Photoshopped? Yeah, you know, edited to hell and back with like computers and junk. Oh, so they aren't real?
Sometimes a little lie is necessary to keep things moving along. Wouldn't you agree?
That explains why she didn't quite seem the same. Because she was a different person all along.
I'm me. And Mukuro is Mukuro. She tried her best. But there's just no way she could have passed as the ultimate fashionista.
I don't know how far I can go into this if the voice is just monotone 24/7.
Two people can never become one as long as the walls of mind and body exist. Not even if they're twins.
Twins?
I know, it's such a cliche, right? I'm almost embarrassed to admit it.
You two are twins?
So basically, Mukuro and I had your stereotypical twin relationship. The older sister, tough and proud. That was Mukuro. The younger sister, smart and cute. That was...
Me! Junko fucking Enoshima!
She just switches up on us like 24/7 now. Okay. At least it's not monotone. I'll take it.
And together, we were the Despair Sisters, aka the Ultimate Despair!
Hell yeah, motherfuckers!
Whoa! She's a totally different person now.
Like I said, I get bored easy as hell. I even get fucking bored with myself. But if you're twins, why do you have different last names?
That's a good question.
Oh, that again? You have any idea how many times people ask me that shit?
You have different fathers? Mothers?
Maybe it's new to your dumb ass, but it bores me to tears. Answering the same questions over and over?
I'm sorry, I don't know.
Just make up whatever answer you want. I don't give a shit. The truth's fucking lame anyway.
But if she was your twin, that means you killed your own sister?
And for reasons deeper and darker than the ocean. Ha! As if.
Well, I suppose I'd better explain.
What the fudge? Okay, we got smart Enoshima. Got monotone Enoshima. King Enoshima. Monotone Enoshima. Now we got this.
For my plan to work, someone had to be able to control the killing game from behind the scenes. The so-called mastermind had to operate Monokuma, keep an eye on everyone, things like that. But after looking at the situation, I determined it would be impossible for Mukuro to perform such duties. Because naturally, she turned out to be the letdown of the family,
Wow.
leaving me behind to run off and join some band of mercenaries. Such a disappointment. So, I decided to play the role of director and have her join the rest of you in your school life.
I could have let her work alongside me, but she would have been useless to me that way.
So you turned on her. Great.
Besides, 15 students seemed like a solid number to start with. Of course, the fact that she was the ultimate soldier posed something of a problem. She had what I call the 3 atrocities. Atrociously rank, atrociously filthy, atrociously repulsive. It was atrociously clear just how out of touch she was with the rest of society. Meanwhile, my ultimate fashionista status has an undeniable appeal that I didn't want to go to waste.
And that's why you switched identities?
Way to put yourself on the damn high horse, I guess.
Sadly, her inability to match my personality was even greater than I'd calculated. It was a lost cause. She was nothing more than a bit player, an extra unworthy of lines. Being the utter disappointment that she was, anyone would have expected her to get killed off right away.
Not really. When you're named the ultimate soldier, I expect you to live fairly well.
Which is precisely why I killed her. To meet everyone's expectations.
That can't be your only reason, can it?
Well, no, of course not. I also did it to avoid becoming bored.
That's a better reason, right?
I've never been a stickler for following a plan to the letter, you know?
God damn it.
If I planned everything out and knew just what was gonna happen, that'd be so boring. So, I changed things just a bit and decided to use Mukuro to make a little point.
In other words, Mukuro's death was a one-sided, premeditated act of betrayal, just as I suspected. When Mukuro was killed, she must have been as surprised as anybody else.
But... This wasn't supposed to... Why... me?
So, you figured it out?
You backstabbing bastard.
Well, you're right. There's no way Mukuro could have pulled off such a convincing performance. But she did teach you all a very valuable lesson, don't you think?
How can you talk like that? You sacrificed your own sister. How does that not even bother you?
Because she's freaking evil.
What? I sacrificed her? That's what's got you so hot under the collar? Jeez, misunderstandings sure are scary. We were the ultimate despair, you know? So we never had any kind of hope or expectations. Nope, I felt despair as long as I can remember. Like I never should have been born at all. When I was born, I cried tears of total despair. So that's why for us, it's not a big deal whether we die or kill.
I am so sorry who raised you.
We're just those kinds of people. We can do anything. We've always been filled with despair. So when we do something, we go all the way and live without regret.
So you just murdered your own sister and didn't think anything of it?
That's a little bit crazy, don't you think? And also, hold on. There's just something. We'll take care of this. There we go.
That's not true at all.
Sad Inoshima now? Great.
We were twins. How could I not be sad? That's why it gets me so excited.
Gee, you seem so excited.
Huh? Killing my precious sister with my own 2 hands. That act is filled with so much despair. You can't help but put a super in front of it.
She's so gloomy. Well, she has shrooms growing on the top of her head, too.
It's like super, 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 super despair. No, more than that. Super, 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 super despair.
That's a lot of supers.
It just feels so good.
I see that. Clearly.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Nothing at all. What are you talking about?
And my sister, too. In that moment of death, I think she must have felt that despair. After all, to be murdered by your own sister, and only as an example to someone else, she must have died feeling such excruciating hopelessness. I'm so jealous of her. Super jealous.
And go out the way that she did. Would make our lives a lot easier, even though I don't want to wish death upon anyone, but this is a game.
I knew you couldn't be just some ordinary person. You're some kind of abnormality.
Turning your own despair into some kind of fetish. Abnormality doesn't even begin to describe it.
Like, Genocide Jill is crazy for sure, but this is a whole nother level of nuts!
You know what? I prefer Genocide Jill than this.
You're saying I don't compare to some lowly beast that can only kill the weak, right? So I'm hopelessly attractive, hopelessly brilliant, hopelessly athletic. I'm the hopelessly perfect ultimate human.
I have no idea what that means, but if you want to think that way, then no.
No. I don't think there's anything perfect about anything you just said.
Yeah, Master's way more perfect. Because on top of everything else, he's got that noble blood.
Okay, we're not talking about our husbandos and waifus yet. That's for another day.
Don't you mean had that noble blood?
Uh-oh.
What did you just say? What do you mean by that?
You still haven't figured that part out yet? Man, you guys are so slow! You haven't even solved all the mysteries, and yet here you are, yapping away!
I mean, that's what we're here for, so let's might as well do it.
Are you talking about our memories?
You've already solved this mystery, right? I'm the killer, so how about the next one? Maybe you should solve the riddle of your missing memories. Then you can start gloating.
Damn straight. That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to solve all these mysteries.
Damn straight, Makoto. That is not a line I expected out of you, but I love it.
And then we'll have our victory.
This is so out of character, but I love it so damn much because it talks like I do. Or he talks like I do.
I can't wait.
All right, then let's just get straight to the point. What memories did you steal from us?
When the group pictures were taken, and those interviews, it must mean... I got it! It must have something to do with our entrance exams.
Right now, I'm lost. I'm what we call a lost right now.
No fair! At least give us a hint!
Your brains are like sponges, all drippy and leaky. I already gave you a hint before. All the memories you lost share something in common with a few other things. Do you recall?
Thinking back to what Monokuma's told us. Memories that were stolen from us and what they must be related to. The founding of Host Peak Academy. Damn it.
Shoot!
Half a heart. Motives?
I got it!
Okay. Got a
You're
heart
talking
back.
about the motives you provided.
Got... Uh-oh. Are we okay? Hopefully we're okay. Yeah, we're good. Just freaking OBS gone weird again. On Sayaka's was her and her friends. They had a dream they all shared. So, for the first murder, the motive we were given was human connections. Human connections.
I got it!
That has to be
driving
right.
force behind the motive you presented us with at that point was human connections.
Ding, ding, ding. You got it. Remember those DVDs I gave you guys? Each video showed the total destruction of your most important relationships. For example, your family.
Like, oh my gosh.
For example, your friends.
Your family, your friends, your dog.
I ruined all those relationships and showed you the results. It was to motivate your desire to escape and kickstart your urge to kill. But still, what a cruel thing to do.
You're the one that did it!
Yes, well, I'm perfectly happy to accept your disapproval.
Okay! Time for the next question!
Alright, the next murder then.
So, what was the theme for the second motive?
For the second murder, the motive's theme was... That's when we got those weird envelopes from Monokuma. Mine mentioned how I used to wet the bed. So, the theme that time was... Past.
I got it! It was our past, right?
Yay! Makoto got it right again! That time, the theme was... Embarrassing memories and secrets! Yeah!
Not cute.
And the whole reason Mondo did what he did was to protect his secret.
So, how long do you plan on dragging this out?
Relax, relax. Okay, on to the next question.
Fair enough.
So, what was the motive for the third murder?
Theme for the third murder was... The reason Celeste turned to murder was... She wanted to buy a European castle and live there with a bunch of handsome men. So that time, the motive for murder was... Greed.
I got it! It was money, wasn't it? Greed.
Seek and destroy! Hell yeah, you got it again!
3 out of 3, buddy. Come on, give me some more. More questions like those. We'll get there real fast.
Goddamn straight it was money! Celeste killed Hifumi and Taka for a little personal gain.
Which is so stupid, because what else are you gonna get with that money? Considering we don't even know how the outside world operates.
Her greed led to all kinds of death and destruction.
What's the point of all this? Why are you making us go through this case by case?
Don't worry, sweet cheeks. Just one more to go. Now, can you tell me the motive behind crazy-ass Sakura's crazy-ass death?
Motive in the case of Sakura's death was... What was it that made Sakura decide to kill herself? It had to do with Monokuma exposing Sakura's secret. So the theme of the murder in that fourth case was... Blackmail? Yes. No. God. Betrayal.
Shoot!
Fine, betrayal. God darn it. Blackmail is a good one, but betrayal.
I got it! In her case, it was betrayal.
Precisely. You see, once I revealed Sakura's betrayal, that led to everything that came afterwards. Anyway, it looks like you answered all of my questions correctly. How painfully delightful.
I have no idea where it leads.
But what's the point? What meaning is there in asking those questions now?
Relationships? Secrets? Money? Betrayal? These are all pretty standard motives, right? The most normal of normal. Totally middle of the road.
But of course, those aren't the only motives that exist in this world. In fact, there are as many reasons to kill as there are people on Earth.
I don't want to compare those numbers. No, thank you.
They compel humans to kill each other, bringing despair to the world. This is what we refer to as the seed of despair.
Seed of despair?
Just as water, air, and food promote growth in living things, the seed of despair also needs nourishment. And that nourishment is hope. Despair can grow only in the presence of hope. Two sides of the same coin, divided by a razor-thin line. Such is hope and despair.
How much longer is this stupid speech of yours? Weren't we discussing our missing memories? Why are you trying to change the subject?
Good question.
If you would listen, you would see I'm not changing the subject. We are discussing your memories. What I'm trying to say is, the seed of despair is closely tied to your own memories.
How so?
The school we go to?
You see, by taking away your memories, I gave you hope. Of course, that hope merely existed to be consumed by despair.
How could taking away someone's memories give them hope?
Oh. That's because the previous memories were bad, weren't they?
And plus, you haven't given us any hope anyway!
Is that so? All you've been able to think about during your time here is how to escape, right? The mere fact that that's what you want proves I gave you hope.
What are you talking about?
If none of you wanted to escape this school, the killings never would have taken place. That is why we took your memories, so that you would have the desire to leave.
The only reason we want to leave is because you took our memories. Is that what you're saying?
Correctamundo!
Because in their interviews, we were like, yeah, we accept our fate.
Which means if we did have our memories, then we wouldn't want to leave. Do I understand that right?
What? Why the hell would having our memories make us not want to leave?
A most troubling thought, isn't it? But it's not enough. I want more distress, more despair.
Do we now?
I put so much effort into creating hope in order to feed your despair and make it grow. So, just like Crazy Eddie slashing his prices and passing the savings on to you, let me give you a hint.
Huh? Really?
Then hurry up and tell us.
I feel like this is a bait.
Okie dokie. Like they say, seeing is believing. I'd like for you to see the outside world.
It's gonna be a crumpled mess, isn't it? The outside world?
You mean the world beyond the school walls?
It's shooken up to the core, to say politely.
So something really did happen out there.
Now are you interested in what I have to say? You wanna see what's out there? Hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo! I wanna see too. See your faces sink into despair. Now then, open sesame!
Survey says...
Behold, the world beyond the school walls!
I said survey says...
This is the outside world you've all been so anxious to claw your way back into.
I said survey says... Thank you. Now how bad is it? Oh, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Oh, yeah, that's nice. That's great. Terrifying, to say the least.
What the?
Dangerous. The world has grown so very dangerous. That's what this means.
That explains why. It definitely does.
What are you talking about? None of this makes any sense!
What am I looking at?
The world gone to crap.
This is a scene from a movie or something, right?
What you just saw, all of you should recognize it.
We should recognize it? What about it should we recognize? This whole thing is insane.
That world is locked away within the memories that were taken from you. If you can't remember, please just try. Do your best to try and recall.
Better kick your brain in the ass, because it's up to that gray lump whether you live or die.
Oh lord, alright.
I don't remember ain't a fucking excuse no more, because now it's time for the final class trial.
Alright. Gotta get those muscles ready and pumped. Even though I have no idea what I'm gonna try to present. Genocide Jack's memory. Makoto, Kyoko, and Headmaster group photo.
Come on, bitches! Remember or die! What the fuck happened outside?
You want us to remember or whatever, but when it comes to that crazy, confusing...
I'm gonna check out what Genocide Jill has. Okay, nothing helped.
I don't understand a damn thing!
What's the meaning of the footage we saw? Is this another one of your practical jokes?
I mean, you're telling us to remember, but what am I supposed to be remembering?
Nobody can remember anything. This is the end for all of us. What other choice do we have?
Okay, if I can't remember, is it all over? I mean, how can she show me something so completely incomprehensible and then just say remember? Every single one of us has lost their memory. It really is hopeless after all. No, wait, there's a chance that she hasn't forgotten. Genocide Jill.
Come on, bitches! Remember or die! What the fuck happened outside?
Oh, we need help.
You want us to remember or whatever, but when it comes to that crazy, confusing video you showed...
OBS reconnection successful, right? Yeah, we're good? We're good. My lord, I have to fix that.
Who might remember?
The other Toko. Genocide Jack.
What?
Yes, so now sneeze, please.
The two of them share certain kinds of knowledge, but their memories aren't linked, right?
I see. If their memories are separate, then even if one personality's forgotten, there's a chance the other may still have those memories.
What do you say, Toko?
Are you telling me to swap places with her?
We don't have a choice, just do it.
No, absolutely not. That'd be like forfeiting my entire identity.
Toko, you're the only one we can rely on now.
Yes, Byakuya, tempt her. Tempt her some more. Thank you.
Dun, da, da, da. It's me, your friendly neighborhood serial killer. Boy, she just gave in like it was nothing.
Because Byakuya gave her that whole little push that she needed.
I'm going to ask you a question, and I want to have it answered immediately. Do you know anything about this video?
Huh? What video?
The video that's playing right now.
Who the hell are you?
Oh, I'm the mastermind.
Oh, nice to meet you.
This is not a time for grand meetings.
Nice to meet you too.
That's enough! Just look at the stupid screen!
For once, Hero, you're on my side. Thank you.
Aye, aye, Roger, you got it, Captain.
Does that help? Like, at all? That should help.
Well, does it look familiar?
I don't have all the details, but of course it does!
Thank you, but also, oh, this is terrible.
Then you remember all the stuff it's showing?
Of course I do!
So you didn't lose your memory after all.
Then why didn't you say something earlier? I only answer questions when someone bothers to ask me. I'm the quiet type, you know? Oh my god, she's the worst liar in the world.
She is, but let's not care about that right now.
More importantly, if you really do remember, what is it?
Huh? What's the matter, Master? Do you really not remember the tragedy?
The tragedy?
Oh no! You seriously forgot? Maybe I can help you remember with a kiss.
Maybe that helps, but I don't think he wants it.
Just answer the question. What?
Reconnection successful, right? We're good. Okay, I switched networks and everything. This is like the freaking 4th or 5th time.
What is? Are you serious? I'm talking about the way the world is now.
Is... now?
The world's been destroyed, get it?
Destroyed?
Explain yourself. Tell us everything you know.
Come on, we need it. Right now.
Copy that, darling. Okay, so this big, awful whole tragic event, they started just calling it the tragedy, happened about a year ago. It was so big and so bad that even this murderous fiend went pale at the sight of it. I guess you could say what happened was man-made. But it was more on the level of a worldwide natural disaster.
Great, that's even more lovely to hear.
Either way, there's no doubt that it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. And as a result, in basically no time flat, the world turned out the way it did, and that's that.
No, we need more than that.
That's all there is to it? Come on! There wasn't a single concrete description in there!
Well, it just so happens I don't know any of the specifics. Miss Moreau saw it all play out in real time, so why don't you ask her?
We already did, and she didn't know anything. That's why we're asking you.
Ah! I couldn't live up to Master's expectations! To die! To die! This is the true tragedy!
Okay, that's enough of your little lover's quarrel.
So are you going to explain everything?
Whatever happened, it doesn't matter at this exact point in time, right?
So just know the world has gone to crap. Got it.
The end justifies the means. Everything serves the outcome. In other words, the world has ended. That's the important thing.
How can the world just end? It's the world!
Calm down. It's okay. There's no need to panic. Every living person will be dead in 100 years anyway. So the world ending isn't that big a deal.
You're right. That totally doesn't make me panic even more.
Oh, come on. Now you're just being ridiculous.
Well, as long as we're being ridiculous, I have another ridiculous story to tell you. It's the story of the Togami Corporation, which has given Byakuya's life all its meaning.
Oh no, you're gonna break this man down to his last shred of hope.
What? What did you say?
I'm glad to see you took the bait. You bit into it like a middle-aged secretary at an all-you-can-eat cake buffet.
Hey! So, what do you think happened to the Togami family?
Oh god.
Correct. Well done, peasant.
Like I had a choice.
But I didn't say anything yet.
I just got so fucking bored waiting, I couldn't help it. Even if you're wrong, eventually you'll figure it out, right? Till then, you're just going in circles.
So, no matter what you pick, you get the right answer. Pretty innovative, don't you think?
But do you think it might be a disease? Getting bored so easy, I mean. Do you think I might be sick?
I think you already are sick.
Anyway, like I was saying, Byakuya's entire lineage has been totally annihilated.
Byakuya, are you okay?
What? What the hell are you talking about?
I can confirm that his entire family has died. Even the distant relatives. The Togami name has perished.
Oh god, he is crippled now.
Stop with these idiotic jokes!
Stop! And said with such authority. A peasant would dare challenge us? The avatar of divine punishment? You must learn your place, peasant. You are no longer the ultimate affluent progeny.
You are what we call normal.
They couldn't possibly be gone! The Togami family is destined to guide the world!
Not anymore, apparently.
Hell, there is no world anymore, remember? It got fucked a full year ago.
Hold on. That doesn't make any sense.
Huh? I don't make sense.
There's no way that happened a year ago. I mean, we only came to this school a few weeks ago.
I think that's what they want you to think.
If some kind of world-ending event happened a year ago, then how do you explain the totally normal world we were living in up till then?
I think that's what we call a fantasy.
Have you considered the possibility that you're mistaken about that?
Mistaken?
Well, if I'm understanding you right, it sounds like you think the tragedy happened a year before you arrived here.
It must have happened during?
Well, yeah. I mean, like he said, we just got here a few weeks ago. A few weeks ago? Ooh, I get it! You're saying that what happened 2 years ago actually happened more recently, right?
Huh? 2 years ago?
Well, I mean, you guys all started attending Hope's Peak Academy 2 years ago.
So it had to be during, which makes sense because of the class photos that we have and the profiles and everything. Wait, what? 2 years ago? What is that?
What the hell is this chick trying to say?
We've been here a long time.
I understand why you'd have trouble accepting it, but in the end, you can't deny the truth. And the truth is, everything is cause and effect. Deny that, and you may as well give yourself up to God. So, you must surely understand all the hints I've given you so far, right? What are the memories I took from you?
Come now, answer us. Answer with all your heart and soul.
I'll try.
How are we supposed to answer?
I just don't know what's going on anymore.
This is not good. Everyone's not in shape right now. Or Byakuya. Still, we have to answer somehow. If we don't, everything ends right here. The memories that were stolen from us. If what Junko says is true, if we first came here 2 years ago, but the rest of us only remember getting here within the last few weeks or so. So the memory she took from us, our life at Hope's Peak, because class photos, that had to happen in some sort of time frame.
I got it! If we accept that what you say is true, then we've all lost our memories of the last 2 years after coming to this school.
Nope. No. I mean, no matter what anyone says,
Come on.
Another correct answer. Well done, peasant.
Seriously? This routine again?
We've lost 2 years worth of memories?
That's a lot of time. 2 birthdays, too.
That's right. You've already spent 2 full years here at Hope's Peak Academy. And that entire period of time is precisely what you've forgotten.
I don't remember the last 2 years of my life? That's not possible!
Then tell me what happened your last birthday. I want to think that too. I don't want to believe it. But that's nothing but our desire. I don't want to believe. I want it to be impossible. But if that's the truth, if it's the truth, then we have to accept it. Okay. What are we supposed to be arguing? Oh, the pocketbook.
2 years worth of memories.
Oh, they all look to be
I
true.
could never lose something like that.
Okay, let's
We've been
read
living
this.
here for 2 years? Hell no! That's impossible! I mean, I haven't gone to any awesome school events or anything! Heck, I've never even gone to a single class!
This is all just surreal.
Plus, if 2 years have passed, how freaking old am I?
Alright, I know what to present. Let's check. It's the notebook, right? Yep, it has your name on it. I don't want to believe it, but I know there's evidence that reveals the time as students we lost. Well, I know where exactly to go to.
We've been living here for— Hell no! I mean, I haven't gone to— Heck, I've never even gone to a single class!
Ah, but you did.
No, that's wrong.
Because we have proof that is indistinguishable.
There's something I'd like you to take a look at. This notebook right here.
Huh? Hey, why is my name written on it?
I found it in the locker room on the 2nd floor. If you don't mind, could you take a look inside?
Sure, whatever you want. But I've never seen this notebook before in my life.
But that's your handwriting, right?
Wuzza, is something wrong?
It's kinda similar. No, even more than that. What the? This is absolutely my handwriting, without a doubt! But how is this? I don't remember ever writing in this thing!
Because you weren't supposed to remember, dummy!
No! No way!
It looks like you actually did attend class here at Hope's Peak. But somehow, you forgot all about it.
Lies! It's all one big lie!
We just show you the proof, man. Come on, you have to accept it. It's there. Just read. Look in the face of the freaking devil and say that you were here before. And come on, join me as we freaking take down the freaking girl that's next to you.
I don't want to believe it either. But there's also no explanation for this pocketbook.
And whose pocketbook is that?
It's mine. And the handwriting inside is also mine. There's no doubt about it. But just like Hiro, I have no memory of ever writing in it.
And the reason for that is the 2 years of missing memories?
After seeing all the evidence, do you have any choice but to acknowledge the truth?
You have to.
Isn't it just so desperately dark? The mystery's solved, but it's like a goddamn funeral in here! Shit, man! I've never been to a funeral! Hell yes!
Why am I not surprised? Oh.
2 years of school life. How many moments of blossoming youth have you missed out on? How many fun classes? How many school events? This was your chance to build lasting friendships, right? And on top of that, something tragically sad happened 1 year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Right before everyone's eyes, the world came crashing down. You absorbed all that despair, but then you forgot it all. And once you'd forgotten, you made the choice to subject yourselves to this killing game. Oh, and there's one other thing. To be even more precise, the memories you all lost were...
Actually, never mind. I'm bored.
Come on!
This stuff is boring.
You have to tell us. I know you're the bad guy and all, but come on.
What?
We are bored of this world. Everyone always talks big, declaring all the great things they'll do. But then they always fizzle out. This world is just so desperately fucking boring!
What are you talking about?
In a way, I'm jealous of all of you. To give yourself over so completely to such stimulating despair.
Yeah, so figure out the rest for yourselves! I'm sick of expositioning all this shit!
Come on!
Figure out what?
Exactly, what are we supposed to figure out?
Figure out where your memories come apart. That's at the heart of all of this.
Where our memories come apart? Is she talking about the moment where we must have lost our memories? I can only think of one time. Just after I set foot in the main hall for the first time, and that was... when I fainted?
I got it!
Right. I got it.
The moment I lost my memories. I can't think of any time other than that day.
The splurge.
When I first came to the gates of this school
Swirl.
and stepped foot in the main hall. When I passed out, I was overcome with a strange sensation.
Wow, you still have enough spirit to keep on talking, huh?
Because the rest of these bastards aren't doing anything. Sorry, Kyoko.
So I don't know much about the details, but it seems like everyone remembers passing out, right? And your sense of time got all messed up because of the memory loss after that? I guess it must have been something like that.
After I passed out, I woke up in a classroom with my head on the desk. I assumed not much time had passed since I'd collapsed in the main hall.
But instead, 2 whole years had gone by.
The reason it felt so short was because our memories of the time in between had been completely removed.
You got it, honey! 2 years of memories? Poof! Gone! Which means, of course...
When everyone met for the first time, it wasn't actually for the first time.
It was for whatever time that was now. Okay.
Unaware of this fact, you took the time to introduce yourselves to each other.
I remember that took a long time too.
But by that point, we'd already spent 2 years together at the school. That's what those photos reveal, isn't it?
Yep, that's what they reveal. You were all such close friends. You spent 2 years together, and then you started killing each other.
Well, that's because we didn't know that we knew each other pretty darn well.
And it was also you could escape into a world that's already been annihilated. What a terribly tragic tale. Even if you left now, there's nothing you could do to fix it.
You're the one who set things up to be like this!
Exactly.
I love you all so much.
What?
Once your school life here began, I thought about you constantly. It's only natural that I would fall in love.
I don't get it. I'm slightly creeped out.
So, since I love you guys so much, I'll tell you all about it. All about the idea we came up with as the ultimate despair. Our plan to bring despair to all mankind.
The ultimate despair? All mankind?
Let's go back in time 2 years, okay?
Okay.
Back to when everyone first came to this school. School life during that first year overflowed with hope and happiness. Oh boy, it was just the worst.
Because you wanted the hope. You wanted the despair, not the hope.
Everyone was enjoying themselves so much. You were all having the time of your lives.
But that couldn't last forever, of course. The peacefulness only made it through that first year. Because after that, an event unfolded that hammered a soul-crushing despair into all of humanity. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy. All too soon, the world's days of peace came to a bloody end. And as you can imagine, the school was no exception. The tragedy even made its way here, leading to the extermination of most of the students.
Wait, we're the only class that survived?
What are you?
What do you mean?
The most tragic event in human history, and the ultimate despair that caused it. I can't believe it's all because of just you and Mukuro. Was it some kind of organization? An angry mob? An incredibly motivated family?
You have a point. If I had to describe it, I'd say it was none of those. How can I put it? It was more of an ideological thing.
Huh?
Despair is contagious, you know. It's almost like a natural phenomenon.
Is it like a disease? Then, based on the way you describe it, it sounds like that.
Everyone is capable of it.
Clearly, as we can tell, Monokuma bears are coming around crushing everything we see.
And now the entire world has fallen into despair.
In other words, if you see despair as the enemy, then your enemy is the world itself.
I just don't understand why.
We didn't ask you to try to understand. This was a tangent anyway, unrelated to the matter at hand.
Okay, so let's get back to the story. Hope's Peak had taken so much damage. You guys were the only survivors.
Our class was the last class remaining. Got it.
The members of the 78th class of Hope's Peak Academy were the only ones left.
And then, something super neat happened. Now pay attention, because this is important, and I'm only gonna say it once. So guess what? To protect everyone who had survived, Hope's Peak was transformed into a shelter. That's right. It was transformed into a shelter.
And then the headmaster interviewed us. Made sure that we were okay with it.
I said it twice.
Now, someone was responsible for that transformation, for creating what would eventually become your prison. Do any of you know who that might have been?
The one who turned Hope's Peak into a shelter and isolated us here. The headmaster.
I got it! Could only have been the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy. He wanted to turn the school into a shelter to try and protect us. To protect us from the despair and tragedy taking place outside. That's why he asked us to make that promise.
And that makes sense to say, what choice do we have?
To say that we were willing to live in this school forever.
We believe he had something like that in mind, yes. If you, the collective hope of a new generation, could survive, maybe the world could have a fresh start.
Yeah, the headmaster put that much faith in you.
And because we had that same hope,
I'm also sorry, Kyoko, for you hearing this, because your father tried to do everything he could, and that's probably something that you don't want to hear.
that's why we all agreed to live here forever.
But creating the shelter was also his single biggest mistake.
Because that sheltered the ultimate despair then.
It's laughable, really. He was the headmaster, but he had no idea. He had no idea that we, the ultimate despair, had already made our way into the school.
God damn it. It could have been avoided if he knew, but there was no way to know.
So what was supposed to be a shelter to keep you safe became a cage that made it impossible for you to escape despair.
Great, it became a steel cage match I didn't want to fight in.
I have to say, it really helped me out a lot. It saved me a ton of time.
By the way, it was you yourselves who blocked off the windows, the doors, all the exits.
Oh, we screwed ourselves apparently. Great.
Under the headmaster's direction, you all went about your work like obedient little sheep.
You mean we trapped ourselves in here?
And then you forgot all about it and started bitching about how you were trapped in here.
Well, what do you expect?
Once you'd finished building your little shelter, it was time for me and Mukuro to get to work. And thus began the killing game.
Me and Mukuro had come here, spending the last 2 years waiting for that moment.
That moment where you all began killing each other served as the climax of our global despair plan.
To ultimately show that the world is screwed. Yeah, I get that part.
And the only reason you survived the tragedy was so that you could be a part of it.
You only let us live so we could go around killing each other? Is that what you're saying?
I think that's pretty much right.
Why? Why would you do that?
Because she's evil. What else does she have?
Because this was so much more than a simple high school death match. Rather, it was a method to hunt down and destroy every last remaining speck of hope in the world.
What are you saying?
Well, it would seem that there's a little bit left out there. A few souls unwilling to give up hope. So I thought I should show them, which is why
Well, why don't you tell me?
God dang it. What the mastermind did to show everyone in the outside world, that was... Okay. Hangman's Gambit. Hopefully I get the word right. Hijack. That must be the word. That J is frickin' spinning around like a fool. Don't do that to me.
I understand. You're talking about you hijacking the airwaves, aren't you?
Televising it.
Uh-huh. That's exactly what I'm talking about. To show the world the murders taking place at this school, which was meant to be a symbol of hope.
That was the whole point of the ultimate despair. When I said climax, that was what I was talking about. The world watched as you fell into despair and began to kill each other one after another.
Yay.
Despair is as contagious as any disease, Any hope left turns to despair.
And you want to show it full on TV. Good plan, but cursed you.
Isn't the power of television just amazing? By the way, since we started broadcasting, a whole bunch of people have tried to come and rescue you.
I wonder how that went, huh?
Are you serious?
But utilizing the heavy weaponry I installed around the school grounds, I had no problem expelling them.
In other words, killing them.
You expelled them?
I have to thank you all. They were a relentless bunch, refusing to give up on hope and trying to force their beliefs on the world. But in the end, I was able to give them the final despair. Death.
So you just used us? To bring despair to everyone in the outside world?
Yes, what part of she's evil don't you get?
Well, sure, but I also gave you a second chance at life, right? So it's like, give and take.
Give and take? You're so full of shit!
Well, that's the first curse word he dropped.
And there's a reason I chose you guys to survive when all the other students were dropping like flies. I mean, we built up 2 years of memories together. You were all my treasured classmates.
Sorry, that's a lie. I just figured you'd despair even more when you found out a friend had betrayed you.
I mean, we didn't even know that we were friends, so...
And that's the truth, which is what you wanted, right? So, does it make you feel utterly lost and hopeless? You solved the mystery, but despair at the truth, right?
Don't tell me. Did you seriously count on the possibility that we would solve your mystery?
So you thought that it was gonna be a win-win on both scenarios for you.
And if we did, then what? Our final desire for creating this world of despair was so we could experience one last class trial. If you were bold enough to solve the mystery, only to discover that the truth was utterly hopeless, how would you react? What would you do?
Scared crapless.
See? Discovering the truth doesn't necessarily lead to a sense of hope.
Truth can be full of despair, too. Like right fucking now.
I see that. Truth. Full of despair. That's...
Not to mention, all those motives I talked about were totally meaningless. I mean, with the world having ended and all.
Meaningless? Then
killed each other for no reason, essentially.
we've been murdering each other for nothing?
Yeah.
And think about it. You chose to lock yourselves up here, then started murdering each other to get out.
We weren't just random strangers either. We were classmates. We'd spent 2 years together.
No, even I can't laugh at that.
No. Best not to.
We get it. We get it, okay? You're totally awesome, right?
No.
We get it already.
This is not the mindset we should have.
So help us! I'll do anything! Just help me!
No. This is not good.
A peasant begging for his life? Oh, how delightful! We've never witnessed such a travesty firsthand.
But I'm sorry to say, begging doesn't work on me. All I want is despair, and there's no reason for it. And since there's no reason, there's no argument against it. There's just no understanding it. No argument, no understanding. What better definition of ultimate despair could there be?
Being a ruthless bastard. There's only that.
Wait, hold on. You've just been going on about whatever you feel like, but there's no real reason for us to believe anything you have to say.
Huh?
You say the world's fallen apart, but I haven't seen it for myself, so I don't acknowledge it. I don't accept it as the truth.
Until you see it with your own eyes. Truth and falsehood overlap one another. In other words, you're not unlike Schrodinger's cat right now. Is that what you're saying?
Well, this reminds me of the series 999. That whole game is made by the same developers, which goes on a whole tangent, but that's a different story.
If so, what then?
Are you saying you won't accept the truth until you can go outside and see for yourself? Well, you better not. You go out into that world and you're all gunners for sure. Trust me, I'm not lying about any of this.
Well, even if it's all true, I refuse to give in. I refuse to lose to you.
Hell yeah, we don't.
For the sake of everyone you've killed.
Huh? Everyone I've killed?
Yes, you did this. Even though that we were the people who physically did it, you mentally did it to us.
What are you talking about? You're the ones who killed them.
I gotta take care of this again. Uh-oh. Because that's not supposed to be there. There we go.
I didn't kill anyone. I simply gave you a little nudge in the right direction.
Yep, fair enough. Your right direction, but that still is enough.
And that's all it took for you to start killing each other. You're nothing but bloodthirsty animals.
That's why anyone was murdered here, peasant.
Say what you want about hope, but we're all creatures of instinct, right? Despair comes naturally.
Hell yes! That's funny as shit!
It's not, but go ahead.
No! This isn't just some game to us. It's murder! Plain and simple! You stole our memories, invented reasons for us to do it! You pushed us all into a corner! It's all your fault!
You certainly have a talent for passing the buck, don't you? That must be your hope, huh?
Because that sucker never dies now, does it?
But we don't have much time left to keep up this banter. We have to draw things to a close soon.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about the vote, of course. You didn't forget about that little rule, did ya?
I mean, we're all gonna vote against you, right?
Oh, and also, since this will be the last vote, I decided to change the rules.
What?
You guys so full of hope, and me so full of despair. I've decided to have you vote which one will be punished. If even one of you votes to punish Hope, well then...
We have to make sure everyone's okay, which clearly, that's a hard question to answer right now.
I'll consider that a win for me, and punish everyone on the side of Hope.
Even if it's just one person?
Oh, but don't worry, I won't be voting, of course.
Even if you don't, you've still got the upper hand in all this!
It's okay. Nobody would actually vote to kill themselves, right?
This is a very poor setup, but let's see that answer.
Oh, let me just mention one more thing. When I win, to punish you guys, you'll have to stay here till you grow old and die. No fighting, no killing. That's your punishment.
What?
You mean, we just...
We'd have to just live here?
That is a very terrifying punishment. Props.
She's saying she'll let us live.
If you're not happy with that, then go ahead and punish me, and make your way to the outside world.
Enter a world fallen from grace, where only despair exists, where you'd likely be dead within a day.
What are you saying? So no matter what, we're doomed.
Wait a sec! I just got hit with an inspiration bomb! Dying of old age is boring as shit, right? The audience at home isn't gonna dig that at all! So, here's what'll happen. One of you will get to experience an instant, super impressive punishment!
And there's the punchline. Great.
What? You can't just...
Do you mean to say you'll execute one of us?
And I get to decide who's gonna have to suck it down!
Let me guess, it's gonna be the one who doesn't give up, aka me.
Makoto, you're up!
Me?
Yeah, you've been acting up, causing all kinds of trouble. I hate you!
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
So let me make this clear. Everyone has two choices in front of them. If a single person votes for Hope to be punished, then only Makoto will receive a harsh punishment, and the rest of you will live here in peace.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, Then you must all leave this place.
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
What I'm saying is, if you sacrifice Makoto, the rest of you will get to live out your lives.
Oh, great. This is a fun gambit now. Sacrifice me? But that's...
What? Has your resolve softened? Have you lost confidence? Are you afraid of being punished? Don't you have faith in your friends?
If you were to ask me that a couple minutes ago, maybe. But right now, one's crying. The other found out that their family's all dead. And Kyoko's father is more of a man than she thought he was. I don't know about Toko and Hino, but that's enough people to be punishing me.
No! That's not it!
It's okay. You're right to be afraid. It would seem all of those around you have realized the futility of going against me.
All of you, come on.
Guys?
It's so beautiful. Your lovely faces, eroded by despair, have come together as one.
Besides, Kyoko, you could never betray your father, could you?
You could. You legit said you hated him.
What?
I mean, the headmaster's only wish was that all of you would survive, right? That's why he tried to trap you all here after all. The least you can do is try to honor your dead father's wishes.
Okay, if now's the time that you hate your father, this is the time.
Kyoko!
One person's despair is enough to seal your fate. Isn't that just the most hopeless outcome ever?
God damn it. You're making this a lot more harder than it needs to be, guys.
So, who do you think's gonna give in? Whose despair is gonna sign your death warrant?
No one. Nobody's gonna give in to despair!
I'm not yet.
We're not gonna lose to you!
Surprised, are you?
So boring. Stubborn till the very end, huh?
Well, nice to meet you. I'm stubborn. How are you? Alright, that was a bad joke, but I digress.
Well, that's fine. Then let's just hurry up and get it over with. It's time for the final vote. Everything will come to an end. Your stupid hope.
And your stupid life.
Final vote. This is it. The ultimate confrontation. I have to show everyone. I have to make them remember. I have to convince them not to give up. To live in despair. That's not really living at all. Alright, what are we doing? Okay, I have no idea what I'm doing with this, but I'll find out.
We won't give up! As long as there's hope, we'll never give
Wait a minute. Give me that.
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
Shut up!
Don't lose hope now!
Let's go, come on! This is the final boss battle.
Senses are telling me not to leave this place.
Fight it! Come on!
But to live means moving forward, right?
Yes, yes, come on, come on.
So even if it's hard, even if we're scared, we don't have any choice, do we?
Nuh-uh.
I want to keep on living. I want to open the next door. There must be something new waiting for me.
Let's go, that's my boy.
So that's why, no matter what, I need to get out of here. The whole fortune-telling thing doesn't matter anymore. What matters is my own gut feelings.
Damn straight, come on.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope,
Give me that.
we'll never give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
I've decided to have faith in myself.
Damn right.
By the way, the air outside is totally polluted, you know.
I don't care.
The only reason we're okay
They're already
in here
screwed in the real world.
is thanks to the air purifiers in the physics lab.
No.
Don't lose hope now.
Come on.
I've been thinking about all this. And I was thinking, at a time like this, what would Sakura do?
Live.
You only get stronger by taking adversity by the horns. Confront that thorny path with enthusiasm. That sounds like something she'd say, right?
Confident.
No. I think that's definitely what she'd say.
Yes.
Which is why yeah! I've made up my mind!
We're gonna defeat everyone with the power of friendship.
As long as there's hope.
Because that's how we're gonna do things.
If I were to die, that would be the end of Hope's Peak Academy.
I'm just gonna let the dialogue run because it seems natural this
I
way.
decided to have faith in myself.
By the way, the air outside is totally polluted, you know. The only reason we're okay in here is thanks to the air purifiers in the physics lab.
I have no reason to
Say
believe you
whatever
right now.
want. I've made my decision.
Hell yeah.
If I die, the purifiers will screech to a halt. In other words, as soon as I die, the communal life you've all been living will come to an end.
Meh.
I don't know what this is gonna do for you, but I'll try.
I don't care either way. I'm fine with whichever one is more interesting.
Yes, hope is more interesting.
Actually, I may not look like it, but I always hated school. Hell, no matter how I look, still hate it. Oh, but no matter what, Master has to come along with us.
I'll make sure of that. Don't you worry.
We won't give up. As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
I'm just gonna fast forward this part
If
now.
I were to die, that would be the end. By the way, the only reason is thanks to the air purifier. Say whatever you want.
If I die,
The purifiers, in other words,
as soon as the communal life you've all been living will come to an end.
I can keep on living as long as I have my master.
You'll get it, I promise.
All of you will have to leave. You'll have to go into the world outside, where only death and despair are waiting.
Of all people. No, god damn it. Whoops.
so, will you just die?
Just... Yeah, I screwed up. Use my own hope. That it legit tells us what we have to do.
As long as there's hope, we'll never give up.
There we go.
If
Let's
I
just
were to
fast
die,
forward
that would be the
everything.
end. By the way, the only reason is thanks to the air. Say whatever you want. If I die, in other words, the
Blah, blah,
communal
blah.
life you've all- I can keep on living. All of you will have to. You'll have to go into the world
Outside, where only death.
Gotcha.
Don't lose hope now.
Of all people, you. Come on. Have some balls.
What's the matter? You're not actually trying to encourage me, are you?
That's exactly what I'm doing, because you lost sense.
Ridiculous.
You know what? I'm glad you're back talking to me. In fact, I love it. We'll have a drink afterwards. Let's go.
It never even crossed my mind that I might give in to despair. But don't misunderstand me. I couldn't care in the slightest what happens to you.
Yeah, he's being a tsundere about it. Whatever.
I just have to keep my word. I swore I would end the life of the mastermind. Besides, the Togami family isn't dead, because I'm still alive. So until I can restore the Togami family and bring it greater glory than it's ever known,
We won't give up.
Oh.
As long as there's hope,
There's different
we'll
music
never
now.
give up.
If I were to die, that would be the end.
A final bullet.
The only reason is thanks to the air. Say whatever
Let's do
you
it.
want. If I die, in other words, the communal life you've all. I can keep on living. All of you will have to. You'll have to go into the world outside.
The final calling.
So,
The final
What are you
bullet.
gonna do? Will you just die?
Let's do it.
Is that
Let's
what you
end
want?
things right now. Come on.
Don't lose hope now.
Friendship is the way. Friendship is the power. Believe in yourself. Yes.
I didn't really know my father, so I can't pretend to know what he was thinking. But even if we're just connected by blood, there's one thing I am sure of. He would never want us to abandon Makoto and choose to stay here. I can't explain why exactly. But if I'm sure of anything, I'm sure of that. Just because we don't actually know anything, does that mean we can't understand? Could it be that... No, never mind. So, Makoto, I don't think you wound up at this school because you had good luck or bad luck. I think you came here for a different reason entirely. You came here to bring down the ultimate despair. You came here to confront despair without ever giving up. And if that's true, I think we could call you the ultimate hope. What do you think?
I mean, it's better than what I freaking came to the school for, so I'll take it.
What the hell are you?
Hope. The ultimate hope has been added to the Truth Bullet Section 3 handbook.
So uncool.
But so manly.
Your stupid faces, the stupid things you've said, the stupid way you all treat each other.
That's so cool.
It's all so uncool, so unhip.
But it is cool.
Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up! Lame, 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 lame!
I'm not any kind of elite anything. Hope isn't a talent you develop, but still. But I still... The final bullet. Atta girl, come on.
You suck. What do you want?
Oh my
So
god.
uncool. You dare to stand against us? Hope is a joke. Who are you?
Your idiocy ends here.
I mean, I'm doing pretty well.
You're gross. Suffer from despair.
I just love despair.
You suck. What do you want?
I mean, I'm doing well even though I'm getting comboed.
You're unbearable.
Hope is a joke. Who are you?
Ah, okay,
Would
thank
you
god
like
it's
to
over.
die?
No, thank you.
You're gross. Suffer from despair. Everything is pointless.
Is it? Final strike.
Despair into tomorrow. Despair into your memory.
I don't care what you have to say, because we are the damn ultimate hope.
I refuse to give up. I refuse to get bored. I refuse to throw it all away.
Not now, not today, not ever.
I refuse to despair. Because all I have going for me is the desire to keep moving forward.
It's just like Kyoko said, right?
What's going on?
You're losing. That's what's happening. I'm getting excited. I'm getting pumped up, baby.
What's happening?
It's over. That's it. A. I know there's gonna be a C somewhere. A B. That's still a pretty good score. I'll absolutely take it. Thank you for all the Monokuma tokens.
It looks like we've reached the end. I think it may be time to vote.
I think so too.
We just gotta pull the lever, right?
Good. I'm ready to go.
Ready, cocked and loaded.
Let's put an end to these trials. Put an end to the killing. With our own hands.
Come on. Survey says. Ta-da! Jazz hands. Jazz hands. Yeah.
The hell?
Indeed.
You've lost, Junko.
I lost?
Oh, damn right you did.
I lost? Me? No way.
Well, that's just...
It can't be.
You still don't accept it. Even the ultimate despair herself is vulnerable to the onslaught of despair, it would seem.
What the heck?
But there's no use trying to fight it now.
Well, that's just... totally the best!
We won, you lost, I don't care. Go on, go off. I don't care anymore. Huh?
So this is despair.
We came to this school 2 years ago, created our incredibly detailed plan. I even killed my own sister for it.
And now I...
To come this far and fail at the very end?
True despair.
It's the most ultimate despair.
What are you talking about?
And now
Don't you see? I was so hopelessly desperate. I was born of the world the moment I was born. That's why I've been looking forward to this so desperately. This once-in-a-lifetime experience. It is my first and last colossal despair, here at the moment of death. You have the chance to test the taste of the highest great despair, the utter failure of my dreams.
true despair.
Ah, I'm so hopelessly happy right now.
Huh?
Wait, is she enjoying this?
Anyway,
Anyway, so are you prepared to admit defeat?
You think I care whatever I won or lost? Either way, it doesn't change a thing.
Totally the best!
Outside is only despair. Inside is only despair. No matter where you go, despair awaits you.
That's not true.
Not possible.
You're wrong. Huh?
Don't make me repeat myself.
I saw that glimpse freaking music come in for like 1 second. Don't try to act like you tried. Let me tell you this right now. We no longer fear despair.
Okay.
Because we decided to enter the outside world with hope.
Yeah, Makoto totally seduced us over to his side. Good input. Everyone.
hey,
You said that despair is as contagious as any disease.
however,
The same is true of hope. The same is true of hope.
Hmm.
All you have to do is look at us to see how true that is.
Kyoko.
No.
Ah, stop it. Stop, I hate those faces you're making. To see those awful looks causes me nothing but pain.
There's one last thing.
And what is that last thing?
Do you guys want to get all hung up on the word of hope? That's no skin off my nose. Just be warned. From this point on, one despair after another will stand in your way. No matter where you run, no matter where you hide. Maybe you'll find some hope. There is a very fine line dividing that hope from bitter despair. Knowing that, you still plan to cling to your hope? Of course, because we...
It's fine.
Shut up. That was a rhetorical question. You interrupted my monologue. I'm almost done though, so whatever. Because it's almost punishment time, right?
it can't be.
Do you really intend to go through with this? That was the agreement, right?
Hold on. It's not like I want you to die. You don't have to.
Stop it!
She's not going to be convinced, and it might be better this way, so you can be quiet for like a good 5 seconds, Makoto. What?
How many times do I have to tell you?
The act of living brings me no hope at all. All I want now is to taste that despair of death that you only get once in life, so...
Don't get in my way!
Alright, I put my hands up in the air. I'm not going to do anything. This is voluntary too, so... Oh god. Do your thing.
So this is how the despair of death feels. It's so wonderful. Even a tenth of this despair, even 100th. I want every last soul on this planet to taste such despair.
I'm good. Thank you. You can have all that to yourself, miss.
I want the entire world to die with that despair in its mouth. Okay, let's do this. I've reserved an extra special punishment for last.
Okay, and that is...
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
For once, I'm happy to see what you have, because it's not one of us dying, it's the ultimate evil, so... I'm just gonna sit back, have some popcorn. Well, I don't have food, but you get the idea. Enjoy it. Congratulations, Junko has been found guilty. Time for punishment. Oh, come on, you deserve to get choked too. Yeah, bye. Alright, this is loud. Oh my god. The ultimate punishment. It's everything, isn't it? 1,000 blows. Ow. Also, ow. Okay, that's just unrealistic now. Pieces. So she dies from that. Not from the 1,000 blows, not from the cage, not from the fire, not from the excavator. But that's it. Emergency override. Okay. Well, we did it. And that's how everything came to an end. Final class trial. Junko Enoshima, the ultimate despair. Life at Hope's Peak Academy. It was all over. Chapter 6 is at an end. We did it. We won. Huzzah, mazel tov. We did good things. That's not from her body, right? Would I like to save? Indeed I do. But even after saying it was all over, it's not like the building exploded or collapsed in on itself or anything. That wasn't the kind of ending waiting for us. Nothing changed. Well, with one exception. The air purifiers turned off. Just like Junko said. They shut off immediately. That was the only difference. But we gotta get out of here! Goodbye, Despair High School. Epilogue. We left the courtroom and made our way to the main hall. We stood in front of the door. Nobody made a sound. I felt almost absent-minded. This was our epilogue before the final ending. We were stuck there, in limbo, unmoving, unsure. But, in the end, this is where we were.
Hey.
We can't just stand around like this forever. At some point, we need to leave. To nobody's surprise, it was Kyoko who broke the silence.
Makoto.
Makoto, would you do the honors? Okay. As if awakened by Kyoko's words, I took the object we'd gotten. Up until the moment of her death, it had belonged to Junko. And in the end, she dropped it before us.
So,
But, is that really it? Is that really the key to this door?
Indeed.
You don't have to read into what she said too much to find the answer.
If, on the other hand, you desire to see us punished, then you must all leave this place.
And leave this place we shall.
I will force you out, ensuring you all die horrible deaths in the outside world.
In other words,
I will force you out. You said that just before dropping that. It makes sense that it would be our only way out of here.
But
you never know. Maybe it's actually a switch that's gonna make the school self-destruct. I mean, Junko never said specifically that she'd let us leave here alive.
it's true.
You may be right about that. Maybe.
Yes.
But even so, it's impossible to think that we wouldn't take our chances with it. Yeah, I guess that's true.
There's nothing to worry about.
My beautiful scissors!
If something ever happened to my master, I'll take my scissors and jam them so far up.
Glad to see you back, Toko.
Huh? Hey, where's the courtroom? Where's the mastermind? It's all over. We're just about to leave the school. What? Leave? We can go outside? Then that means me and Master can get married? And then he'll give me a little jewel of a baby?
That's enough.
Please stop. That would be a greater horror than anything I've encountered so far.
Anyway,
Don't worry. I have no doubt that we'll be able to leave here without a problem.
But
It's what happens after we get out that I'm worried about.
But you know, in the end, I think part of me still thinks
For serious?
maybe when we get out there, we'll see that everything she said about the world was a lie. That on the other side of this door is a world as peaceful as we remember.
A lie. Peaceful as we remember. Well, no matter what it looks like, it's still our world. It's where we were meant to live.
Yeah, I guess so.
And how do I put this? Unlike this school, the world is really big, right? Since it's so big, I'm sure there must be some despair no matter what. There also has to be lots of hope, right?
in other words,
The act for searching of hope. Try and find it. That by itself is the true meaning of hope. As long as you have that hope, you can keep moving forward no matter what trouble you may fall into.
am I wrong?
Is that what you mean, Makoto? Yeah. That's pretty much the gist of it.
I don't need any of you to spell that out for me. You know, Junko mentioned that there were still others out there and who hadn't cast away hope just yet. Maybe I should... I'm sorry, I'm laughing at that line. Maybe I should find them and make them work for me. I mean, they sound like very good employees, I'll give you that. To rebuild the world, we must first rebuild the Togami dynasty.
I'll go with you. I'll follow you anywhere you want to go.
you got it.
Well, my first stop is going to be the closest donut shop. I can figure out the rest from there.
Hey.
And what are you gonna do if there are no more donut shops? Or donuts?
Okay.
I'll just get some flour and make some myself. And if there's no flour, I'll just grow some wheat. That is what we call the true definition of hope.
Oh, I get it now. There's no road. You just gotta build one. Creation. Fate is telling me to remake the world.
Could it be...
That's my hope.
How about that?
I reached the next stage. The next chapter of Yasuhiro's Kakakore's life story is about to begin. Thanks, Ina. You totally opened my eyes.
Hey, personal space, buddy. You're seriously creeping me out.
Makoto,
Come on, Makoto. Even if everyone in the outside world is gone, even if the world is steeped in despair, as long as I have people like you around, I can face forward and keep moving. If we can get out there, do something, have some sort of impact. But what can we do? There's so few of us, and we're so small. So what can we do? No. We can probably do anything. Yeah, we can do anything.
Well, I guess this is goodbye. And goodbye to Sakura.
Yeah. We all gotta move forward.
But hey, if we gotta say goodbye, we may as well do it with a smile on our face.
You're damn right.
Hey guys! You guys want your fortunes told anywhere, anytime. You just let me know. I'll be there.
You're the only one that's good at it.
You know how much I hate being annoyed, but if something does come up, you may as well let me know.
Tsundere? Okay. I'll have that in mind.
I can't guarantee I'll actually bother listening, but, you know.
I get the idea.
I don't know why, but I have a burning desire to start writing.
Then do it.
I might be able to pull it off. A story about Master and me, and the others, I guess.
Glad to be part of your story.
I can't say I'm sorry about what happened, but still. It does feel kind of strange.
I really don't know what to say. I guess we graduated?
Y'all did. It looks like hope really is spreading. As long as I never give up. I have to push even harder. I'm going to keep moving forward, with hope in my heart. Since I have hope, I can show courage. Since I have hope, I can move ahead. The world, move ahead. The door began to open. With my hands. With our hands. Hope and despair mingled together, opening the door to the future. And this is the part where we all die. Hope not, but we did it. We've beaten the freaking survival game. Let's just hope the outside world is a good one. Damn. We did it! After how many episodes? I have no idea. Oh my god. I know the music is a little bit loud, so I'm gonna do this real quick. Volume controls. There we go. That's a good volume. Yeah, you just missed it. I just beat the game. But at least you can hear what I had to say. I am personally so happy I played this game because once again, the story behind this game was that I always loved playing anime games, and this is one of the damn classics that I couldn't quite play until I had the mobile version, and that eventually transferred into the PC version, which I got, and I'm happy that I got to play it and edit it and everything and live stream it to everyone to see, whoever sees it. Also, Avaloom, thank you so much for even showing up. That's absolutely amazing still. Also, this music is awesome and scary that I might get copyrighted, but I'm gonna keep going because this is just me and you at this point. I don't care if this part of the stream is fine, but I'm happy. Unfortunately, I am not, because there is another game that is going to be coming to the channel, which is going to be new, and I'm very excited for this one, because it brings also a different element of the RPG landscape. And that game is going to be coming soon. Maybe on... I have no idea, because this one I plan to at least record and edit and all that. But that game is going to be coming up soon. But man, Danganronpa is such a fun series, and I do plan to play it for my free time, and even make like external videos about it because I love this series a lot. I hope you're excited for the next series because, I don't know, I love the series quite a lot, and if the next series is something like this, then hell yeah, I'll be happy. But once again, this game took me so long to beat. but I'm glad it took so long to beat because it pushes you to forward to do things. And I'm just jamming out to this music. I can't even focus. But oof. This is an awesome song though. I am slowly jamming out to this one. But other games that I freaking love about this is that there's also other games that are related to this as well. If you heard of the 999 series, a good friend of mine, Bio, has played it on his Twitch stream. And the sequels has been played on Ninja's channel, which are also pretty fun because I was part of it. Because they've basically been made by the same guys of Spec Chunsoft. Same thing with Phoenix Wright and all that. But I think it's about time to start moving forward. It's something more new, something more recent. Because this game's been old, but still, I enjoy it. I somehow got that cutscene. I didn't even realize I got the bath cutscene until ways later. Like, you had to get an item from the vending machine, or the gacha machine, or whatever it's called. And I didn't know I had it. And it just happened, and I was just like, oh, is this part of the game? Why the hell is this part of the game? But it was. But of course, this series has its negatives I can always point out, such as sometimes your mind might be a little bit confused on certain plot points, like why does that make sense and all the above. I'm not gonna get into that because we're here for the positive. And that's the end of the series. There we go, Spike Chunsoft. The amazing bastards. What a conclusion. You can always watch the VOD if you want to see me struggle. You can scroll through around Apple Bloom if you want to. You don't have to. Hi, Monokuma. I thought this was over. Oh, god damn it.
Interesting.
Here, let me put up the regular volume now. Because, Jesus Christ, things can be so loud. There we go.
Things are getting very interesting indeed. Like I said at the beginning, I'm not a teddy bear.
You're a goddamn robot, I know that much.
I am Monokuma. And I am this school's headmaster.
That was a little bit scary. That actually jump scared me a little bit. Well, it looks like pain and suffering is not over, as suspected. Yay, heard an Easter egg. Considering there's freaking two more games after, and even the spin-off game too, and fan games. My lord. And that's it. We did it. That is officially Danganronpa done. Took over 50 episodes, and that probably could have been even shorter. Depends on how much I live stream, but yeah. But all I have to say is, oh my lord, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for showing up, Apple Bloom. Thank you for anyone else that watches the VOD or just wants to chill out a little bit. But seriously, thank you very much for watching. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and all that jibba jabba, my kings, my queens, and my royals. And I see you soon. This is a funny image because Makoto is the one that lived. Leon was the second one to die. Oh, how I wonder how this could have changed if the protagonist has changed. But that is not the question that we're here for. The question that we have to answer is, Ants, what's next? And oh, I'll think you know. That's all for now.
You're fine. so fine. But the question is, what will it take to make you mine? Where have you been for all this time? I question myself, how come this beautiful thing ain't mine?